What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Ice Shaker, and I'm going to take a minute and show you some of the new stuff that they have been working on, like this awesome packaging. New packaging tells you all you need to know and shows you exactly what you're buying. Do a little bit of an unboxing here. I'll show you the Ice Shaker that you all love. What they've done is added a new silicone bottom so that when you put it down on your desk or something like that, you're not going to ruin your desk. The second thing they've done is add a clip to the lid so that when you're drinking, it doesn't swing shut on you. You can hear that locks open. So now you can turn it and the lid won't shut. Very nice feature. The other thing they've done is add a new shaker altogether. This royal blue color is new, and they've also added a straw. So this is not, there's no agitator in here. It's not for powders. It's more for like Gatorade, water, something you want to keep cold for a really long time. And they can also customize it like this for you too. Let me show you guys the website. If you go to iceshaker.com/RBP, you can check out all the stuff they got, get 20% off on your order. Jugs are back in stock, these 1 gallon jugs that you guys love. And also the cooler bags, I've gotten a bunch of messages about that people love as well. Very, very high quality. So go to iceshaker.com/RBP to get 20% off, or plug in code RBP at checkout to get the 20% off. Thanks, guys.
The headaches of business owners.
Hi, guys. How's everybody doing?
Such a lie. Such a lie segue.
Why?
Just fake segue into the show.
Why? I'm great. How's everything going?
Started off with a heater.
How are you, Guy? You're on Bodybuilding and Bollocks this week.
Oh, that's what this is? I asked you what it was. You said, I don't know.
Well, it does it really matter? You're the only one.
What you said. You said that it's all the same.
Well, you're the only one that makes the real distinction. You're like,
I'm on regardless.
I'm a bro chat.
Wait, I'm on regardless, and now you're trying to make a distinction of the two. I said I don't care.
All right. Anyway, so I see you drinking a Starbucks.
Right down the rabbit hole, right off the bat, huh?
I see you drinking a Starbucks.
I see you drinking a Starbucks.
Yeah, but did you go get that from your friend?
No, that was I went to the one by the. I had to pick up dog food.
So I'm going to fill in Ben and Ian. Guy has a Starbucks friend.
Girlfriend.
Oh, the girl. No,
Ian.
Wait.
Friend.
Ian didn't add his own titles to everything. He's like,
hang
girlfriend.
Didn't we go and hunt her, try and hunt her down that time when we were up in Jersey, right?
Oh, we did. That's right. We never found her. Yeah.
That wasn't that because I took you mongoloids to the all wrong. Do you think I would take you lunatics to that?
Yeah, he doesn't want to show it. He doesn't want to show us what she looks like.
Embarrassed of us.
He's embarrassed of her. Maybe he's embarrassed
of girlfriend.
Maybe he's embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed of him pulling onto that street because there's a lot of people on it, Ian.
Maybe he's embarrassed of her.
Oh, here we go.
or he's worried that we're going to turn her head the other way.
Oh, that's true too.
I mean, that's always up for fucking debate.
So what's going on with the Starbucks girl?
I'm getting blown up by Last Bite. Thank you. All day. Thank you.
Last Bite?
You had to respond to her.
Last Bite is the way to go.
You're such an idiot.
Well, so tell the guys about Last Bite.
No, don't involve me in your conversations. There's nothing.
Okay, then I'm gonna talk about it with you sitting there then.
Well, Last Bite's the other girl who takes the
Last Bite.
I feel like this podcast is basis around when I didn't have a girlfriend, it was find me a girlfriend. For 5.5 months, it was quiet, dead silent.
Yeah, cricket. But this is more fun though. I like trying to find you a wife.
So you like me single and miserable?
No, I like the hunt of finding you a wife. So anyway, Last Bite was his ex-girlfriend that he dated for how long, Guy?
About 1.5 years.
And he broke up with her because she takes the last bite at dinner.
Okay, that's a very, 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 very not true.
That was the only reason, right? That's the only reason.
Ben, you know him. It's not even close to the reason. And the worst part is we talked last night for an hour, and he knows the exact reason, and he still goes for that one.
So, what does Last Bite do for a living?
I can't really say who she works for, but she works.
Okay, so she's very successful.
She's a stripper.
Yeah, she works very high up. No, she's very high up in a certain finance company.
So let's just say she's very successful. and she really likes Guy and she really wants to be with him, but Guy won't be with her because she drives a motorcycle. That's his deal breaker. He's like, nope, you drive a motorcycle.
Why?
I can't. He doesn't.
That's
Because it's
No,
not.
no, hold on.
Wait, it's
What
not a
I
sport bike,
said
right?
to you last night. Look at how you double crossed me.
What did
You
I do?
double-
That's the truth. That's what you said to me.
You just say it and sip your coffee and move right the fuck on. And you know
said to
exactly
me-
what you're doing.
No, you
Wait,
said
I
to
know-
me. Go ahead, Ben.
We had
I
this
know what
conversation.
this is. She's more successful and cooler than him, so she's out.
No, but I'm not
Can't be
lying.
more successful now because I'm retired. Technically,
I'm not, but I'm not lying. You told me that was the deal breaker.
Yeah, but I told you why. And you
Yeah,
agreed.
because you've had friends that have passed or gotten injured on bikes,
and I've been
and
the
you don't
first-
want to see that happen to your loved one. I get
and
it.
I've been the first 1 to 3 accidents. And I said, I go, at some point, everybody spills a bike. And I don't care who you are.
I didn't.
Everybody that I know that rides spills. And I go, I'm not going to be the guy that gets the phone call.
Three times so
but
far.
But Ben, but this is the thing. I'm not signing up for that. I'm just not.
No,
Oh,
that's-
I just refuse. I don't care how successful, how hot, how nice, how much you care. I'm not signing up for
that's
that.
where
phone call.
everybody's got a line they got to draw.
I'm
Ian, what do
not
you?
doing it.
Ian, what do you think of that? Is it valid?
Well, didn't we talk about this? Doesn't she drive like cruiser bikes?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's even more return off than the whole. Like that's just like
That's not a
She doesn't
turn
have-
off.
Yeah, for girls it is. We talked about this already.
I don't think it is. I think a hot girl on a Harley is
No.
really is hotter.
No, 'cause I told you only like Butch Dykes drive Harleys.
Yeah,
All
no, no,
they-
wait a minute.
they're-
That's two
they're-
different
they're
things. No, no, you're
stinky-
saying two
they're
different things.
stinky and they're-
Wait. You're saying two different things here.
No.
If you're saying the majority of sport bike girls are hotter than the majority of Harley girls, I might agree with you.
I am
But-
saying
Okay, that's fine. but what I'm saying
It's
is
a fact.
when you find a hot girl on a Harley, I think that's hot.
no.
No?
No.
There's no such thing as a hot girl on a Harley.
Put her on a sport. Put her on a sport bike. It should be better.
Yes.
Yeah, potentially. Depends on the Harley. I don't know if I agree with you guys.
It's always a negative. Like it's bringing her down. Like if she's a 10, or so let's say she's a 9 and she drives a sport bike, she could be like a 9.2. If she drives a Harley, she's like a 6.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
I see that.
Yeah.
I think it's because you guys are younger. Maybe that's why I'm older, so I appreciate it more.
Well, you're old on your cruiser bike and you want like an old lady to ride into the sunset with you and go like see matinee fucking operas on your bike,
Yeah.
you know?
I want to go to an
Hey,
opera.
before
yeah.
this gets out of hand, I'm not against people riding bikes. I just don't like them.
So hang on. I've got my neck tattooed. I've got a dangly earring, and I ride motorbikes. Guy really fucking hates me, huh?
Yeah, guy can't stand
Like
it.
fuck.
Yeah.
You're on speed dial.
Fuad's on Google trying to look for a hot girl on a Harley.
I'm of course.
Just like, fuck. Okay, never mind. I'm going to close this. You know?
Okay.
Hot
well,
and Harley don't even go in the same sentence.
well,
He actually is. He actually fucking is.
of course I am. You guys know me. I'm like, let's see if he's right.
Like 90% of these girls have never ridden a bike in their life. You know
Fuad's
that,
gonna
right?
find something about every one of these girls.
Yeah, see, these are girls. These are hot models sitting on bikes. They're not girls who drive.
Okay. All right. I'll give it to you. All right. So
The people that drive Harleys,
Guy, does that make
women look like your lunch lady from high school?
does that make
Yeah.
last bite? Does that make last bite unattractive? Aside from the danger.
It makes her less attractive, certainly. Yes.
I don't think girls on bikes are hot.
Even on sport bikes?
No, whatever. No, that's not hotter to me. This doesn't make you hot to me.
Yeah, it's not a bonus necessarily, and that's why I
No.
said like it brings her from like a 9 to a 9.2. Like it's pretty negligible. But being on a
Can we
cruiser
at
bike
least-
is definitely a negative.
Can we at least admit that everybody's scale is going to be according to them?
No.
Ian scales for everybody.
Yes. It's a universal scale.
Global scale.
Fuck you guys. Okay.
Well, there's 3 of us and 1 are you. So by
I'm
majority,
always the odd man out. That's how the show works. Okay, so Guy, if you could get her to stop riding a motorcycle, then what?
Ben, can you help jump? And one of you guys jump in any time and help.
no, this is a valid question though. If
What?
she would stop driving a motorcycle, would you be okay with having a relationship with her?
I would definitely give it a shot again.
Okay, so I want to know where Starbucks friend fits in then.
What?
She
Where
doesn't
does
drive a motorcycle.
Yeah, but where does the Starbucks friend fit in? Is she just here until the other one decides to quit riding a motorcycle?
She's not even here yet. I've never even fucking chilled with her.
Is she here for a good time or a long time?
Don't say a long time. Don't say a long time.
Well, I'm not putting anybody on blast.
Relative. That's a relative. Like 3 months is a long time in guys' life for a girl.
I'm fucking setting them up and knocking them down like bowling pins.
I'm trying to help out Last Bite here. Last Bite, if you're listening,
Get off the fucking
just
bike.
sell the bike. It's not that
Sell the
important.
You know, or you can message her all you want
Listen,
now. You
if
can
my
message her
wife-
all you want.
If my wife said to me, "You got to get rid of your bike or I'm leaving," I'd get rid of my bike.
You're full of shit.
But we're not
I would.
together. But
I
we're
would.
not, I'm not with her.
Like if she was serious, not just like, oh, I kind of want to get, like she wanted me to get I want to get a sport bike, and she was like, look, I really don't want you to get one. So I didn't. I had the deal lined up and everything, and then I was like, I'm just not going to do it.
If she would have made a comment like this, like when this topic came up, if she would have said like, if we get serious or if we get engaged or if I move in, like I'll get rid of the bike, I would have been open, but that never came out of her mouth. So I was like,
This is on you to propose that though. Be like, hey, this is an issue.
I threw it out there. I'm like,
this is how I feel about this. Like if we want to pursue a long-term relationship, which I might be interested in, the bike's got to go for me, you know?
Wait a minute. That doesn't work though. That doesn't work because once you put in like 3 months, right? And now you've fallen in love and she's like, well, I don't want to get rid of it. What are you gonna do? Now you're going to burn yourself. Like I'd rather know ahead of time. Like,
no,
yes.
I'm saying from the beginning. The beginning.
Yeah. I would say from the beginning, like I wouldn't get into it and be like, okay, now we're serious. Now you got to get rid of the bike. No, I would be like,
no, it's got to be from the beginning.
Yeah.
Just like that's what I was saying from the beginning. It's like, hey, I want to pursue this with you, but the bike is a hard no for me, you know?
I think
wait a
minute. In her defense, just so we can play both sides here. In her defense, it kind of sucks for somebody to get into a relationship with you and be like, you have to do this if you want to be with me.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. Guy's right here.
That would kind of be a red flag for me. So
I wouldn't entertain trying to change somebody for a relationship.
Well, that's then her decision though. If she's
that's
like,
right.
Okay, I agree. I don't love the bike that much anyways, but I want to try and have this with you. I'm in my fucking mid to late 30s. I'm single. Let's do it. If she's like, fuck you, I love my bike. If you're trying to change me, well, then your decision's pretty easy.
But what I'm saying is I don't think let's take the bike aside and just plug in any blank, right?
Sure.
If you met a girl and you said, well, I'll be with you, but you got to do X.
That's not
doesn't work.
It's going to be a turnoff for most people, no matter what the X is.
I agree with you, but he's just telling things that he's not going to be okay with, which you should get out at the beginning.
I'm not saying guy's wrong. I'm trying to say, look at her point of view. If a girl came to you, came to you, Ian, and said, you know what, you got to shave your head. I don't want to be with you. Yeah. You'd be like, what the fuck? We're starting off a relationship with you giving me ultimatums.
No, but I assume there's a lot of girls that would say to a guy, like, I want to be with you, but you know, the steroids and potential risk of steroids are just a no-go for me. That's
it is. But our advice to those guys is fuck them. Do what makes you happy.
I agree.
Do it in secret behind a closed door.
Yes. Keep it in your car and do it.
Secret stash in the back of the toilet.
What happens if you had to submit fucking monthly blood tests?
Oh, God, imagine.
That's the wrong girl then.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
Well, I don't know, guy. It's a dilemma. I think personally for me, I don't have
guide my dick, Fouad, please.
Well, no, I'm just saying, look, you're not going to like my answer. I don't have very many red flags. My red flags are more to do with loyalty, trust, and just accepting each other's boundaries. But like other stuff like that shit, I'd be like, you want to ride a bike? Fucking ride a bike. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it would suck for me if I was you, I would be like, look, if you want to ride a bike, that's cool, but I don't ride a bike. So it's not like we can ride together. So that kind of sucks for me. I would look at it more like that than I don't want you to do it, because I'd be like, that's not something we can do together. So you're just going to ride by yourself.
I mean, how many guys you know have a girl that rides a bike and they don't ride a bike either?
That's what I'm saying.
That's even corny to say. Oh yeah, my chick rides a bike. Oh, what do you?
I have a question for you, Fouad. I have a question for you, Fouad. Say you're married now. Your wife rides a bike. She dies on a motorcycle in an accident. Yeah. Then you go meet another girl who drives a bike. How do you feel about them now?
Oh, I mean, fuck, I would have to be in the situation, but off the top of my head, I would say I don't feel good about it. Yeah. I totally understand. Listen, I've had friends. I haven't had a friend die on a bike. I've had one friend get completely mangled where his face was rearranged. But
Ben got pretty fucked up too. So.
No, but Ben's turned out okay, relatively.
Yeah.
But I haven't had anybody close to me die. So maybe my brother was in. Fuck, I forgot about my brother was in a halo for 3 months. He almost fucking broke his neck. So I know it's dangerous, but
I also know a ton of people that have died in cars.
Yeah, I mean, look, but obviously you're increasing the risk on a bike.
Hold on, time out. I agree. I know a lot of people that have gotten in car accidents and died, but not everybody that I know that owns a car has crashed. Everybody I know that owns a fucking bike has crashed.
Guy, you're not wrong. Guy, you're not wrong.
That's a fact.
Bikes are more dangerous. That's a fact. You're definitely right. That's why insurance is higher.
She even said to me, she goes, I don't even know if I'm gonna like riding because it does make me really nervous. And I go, you have no business riding then.
But see what that tells me though, that when she said that and the way you described her answer to you and you told her about the bike, what that tells me is more about her being told what to do than it is about the bike.
She even flat out texted me. She goes, you know, I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah. So I think you have to express it to her in a different way.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with you 100%, but I also think there is a difference between telling someone what to do and telling them what your lines are.
So I'm going to text her that right now.
I don't think him saying, look, I just will not be with anyone who drives a motorcycle. Yeah. Anyone, period. That's not saying I'm telling you to drive your motorcycle. I'm just telling you I don't like it, and if you're going to do that, I don't want to be with you. I don't agree.
Or I can date somebody with a motorcycle, but if it gets serious, that's a fucking deal breaker.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not disagreeing with you. Look, everybody's got their boundaries. Like that's one of yours. You're like, this is a deal breaker for me. That's it. I get it. But I think if you say it to her in a different perspective, it might get through to her. I think the biggest thing, honestly, is like, if you're together, right? It's Saturday afternoon and she's like, I want to go for a ride. You're like, okay, so you're going to go for a ride and I'm going to do what? Follow you in my truck?
Thank you. See, you're my bitch.
He's going to ride on the back.
I'll jump. I'll be, hold on. Let me go grab my go-kart.
No, but seriously, like I bought Summer a 3-wheeler because I didn't want to ride by myself. So when we go riding, she jumps on the 3-wheeler and I go on my motorcycle and we go riding together.
Yeah.
But it's like, it would be stupid if she was in the car behind me and I was riding, like it just.
Well, she also doesn't need to come. I get it. But...
No, you go by yourself, but it's more fun when you go with somebody, right? Sure. Like, so.
I sold all my bikes when I moved over here. So I sold my cars and my bikes. I haven't replaced them yet, but I'm allowed to, but on the proviso that I get 2 bikes, one for her, one for me.
That's right. That's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it works for me.
What's wrong with you? Calm down.
He doesn't like the bikes either, you idiot.
Anyway, well, I hope you figure it out, Guy. I think on paper, Last Bite seems great. On paper. I said on paper.
Yeah, I have to agree. If the bike is the only thing, I think you're making a little bit of a mistake, but I also understand people have lines, and if you've seen some bad shit and you don't want to have to go through that.
Bro, Ian, I've been the first person to.
No, I get it. You said I get it 100%, but I also think like you're not 25 years old and you like want to have a relationship, and I don't think to throw it away over motorcycle.
Because here's the thing, like let's say we dated, and I got that phone call, I would fucking freak just because of like what I'm saying now. I would the anger that would come out of me would I don't even know what I would do if I got a phone call that she crashed her bike. Yeah. Even now that we're not together, I'd fucking lose my mind. I'd fucking freak out.
The fact that she says she's nervous on a bike and she's riding around on one is a little bit scary.
She said that to me, and I go, then you shouldn't be riding a bike.
Yeah. Gina, don't ride a bike till you're comfortable.
I just don't like the fact.
Oops, I said her name.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't like the fact that she passed the test and then just without really she didn't really go out on anybody's bike for a while.
Yeah, but that's what you do, Guy. You don't go on
this motherfucker bought a bike before he even had a test.
She's had the bike and it's been sitting more than it's been. She's barely rode it.
Guy,
I know what you're gonna say, bro. I know. But
what do you know? What do you know? Let him speak.
Hold on. Before you get your license, you drive I took driving lessons for fucking
months. Not the same on a bike.
No, I'm saying. So I'm agreeing with you because in the UK you have to go through your test. You have to show proficiency on a bike before they let you out on the road. This motherfucker in Canada just went and bought a bike and was rocking around like freestyle.
She took a
that's
test,
crazy.
Ben, she took a test, but it was like a 1 day like cone turn.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's what he fucking did.
Bro, that's not driving to me.
Okay, listen, in the UK,
even less than that in Canada.
In the UK, you can't do that. You have to go through your tests and before you're allowed out on the road.
In Canada, you can go do your M1, which is just a written test.
Just a written test.
Like that same day.
Listen, my dad
crazy.
has a bike. My grandfather had a bike. My dad knows how to ride. My grandfather. It's not like I haven't been around it. I just.
But 1 second, I got to ask you something, right? What's somebody supposed to, if they go get a license and now they have a license and they go get a bike, what are they supposed to do? People don't want you to ride their bike. Like let's say Ian has a bike. Hey, Ian, I'm going to go test ride your bike 100 times before I go buy a bike. That's not how it works. Most people go buy a smaller bike, learn how to ride it, and then they get like a better bike.
I agree, but somebody who's never rode that just takes a test and then just buys a bike like that, that seems very fast to fucking.
It is.
You know,
it is. And the thing is, if there's no limitation on what kind of engine you can get, like in England, there's like levels, right? There's like
I'll just interrupt for a second. There is restrictions on an M1. You can't drive on 4 Series highways. Like there is things like you can't go drive on main highways and stuff like that.
Yeah, but there's
I bet he fucking did.
You can't drive it. You can't drive at night. You can't drive with passengers.
But Ian's right. But I think Ben's making a good point. Is there is no restriction on the size of the engine. The only restriction then is if you try and get insurance and you on a 1,000cc bike, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So in England, you can do the written test, but then all you're allowed to do, and people will correct me, I'm sure, is you're only allowed to get a 125cc engine.
Oh, fuck.
At that point.
That's nothing.
And then you can't go any higher until you've gone and done the practical with another guy riding behind you, and they have a headset on and they follow you around, and you actually have to
I agree with having limitations on it. I think if you put like a 250cc cap on it for having your M1 in Canada, let's say, it's obviously going to mitigate the damage you can do to yourself on a 125 or 250 versus if you go and buy like a 600 fucking Gixxer as your first bike.
Well, also Canada's totally backwards because we do the written, and then you can go buy a bike, and then you got to do the course in a park. It's like totally backwards.
Like if you go get your gun license, nobody's going to hand you a fully auto AR and go ahead, figure out how to shoot. Like you're going to start.
They are. Listen. In Windsor, there's a place called General Gun and Supply. You can go get your gun.
So this is like U.S. versus how bad?
No, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. So I can go get my gun license, and then I can buy whatever fucking gun I want and shoot it at their range.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
You're literally
practically somebody that wants to learn how to shoot a gun.
Yeah,
isn't going to get their gun license and go buy the most intricate gun and start shooting it.
Well. What kind of bike did? But wait a minute. What kind of bike did she buy? She probably didn't buy the fastest or best Harley. She probably bought like a small Sportster.
But the bike she has now is probably the bike she's always going to keep.
Yeah, but that's the Sportsters are like the base of like Harleys. They're not like fast. They're not. There's nothing, right?
No Harleys are fast.
I mean, no Harleys are really fast anyway. But the Sportsters are like not. It's just a small light bike.
Listen, if somebody came to me and was like, if you don't get rid of your guns, I can't be with you. I'd be like, too bad. I'd be like, absolutely not. I'm not going to.
There you go. That's actually a really good one because a lot of women don't want to be around bike.
I get it. Yeah. And I completely get it. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but you're nuts. I'm not getting rid of my gun.
Yeah. It's like I agree that we all have boundaries, and it is what
that's
it is.
A little bit. I think that one's a little bit different. I'm sure I'm probably seeing it through meathead lenses, but I feel like the gun thing is a little different just because.
It's protection.
Well, it's in a safe and it's for protection. It's a little different than a leisurely.
I have one next to my bed.
I think it's a really good analogy. I think it's exactly the same.
Well, no, because you're comparing something that's used for hunting and protection as to something that you're driving around and have potential to die on. Like,
well, the only reason
risk is different.
But the only reason I say that, Ben, is having a motorcycle. If you have a car, obviously for transportation, your motorcycle is more just a leisurely thing, whereas your gun is for safety. It's a little bit more important if you look at it through that lens.
I grew up in a country that guns are not required or necessary. So
I know.
It's like it's
but you have
thing. To me, it's hang on. To me, and I understand. I do not want to get.
No, I just want to say, has it changed being in Texas? Has your view changed now?
Yeah, because it's like fuck. You can't beat them. You have to fucking join the cunts, right? You can't what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I don't own a gun right now because I see the point in them once I'm in this environment.
Yeah.
But I do see the similarity if someone was to come into Guy's life and say, look, guns make me uncomfortable. I'm not okay being around
I see
them.
that, yeah.
I think it's exactly the same.
It's a good parallel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just don't take it much further than that. About, what's protect? Don't take it much further than that. It's just that makes me uncomfortable. That makes her uncomfortable.
Sure, I get it.
Those two, it's a parallel. So
the only thing I want to say is if you use code FUAD15 this weekend, you get 50% off all Gasp merchandise.
First of all, if you care about anything and you use Guy 15, that's where you get 50%.
Don't use Guy or Ben.
Fuad only gets 30. Fuad 15 only gets fucking 15%.
It's
30% off.
It's less
Guy
than everybody
15
else.
gets you 50% off. 50. Guy 15 gets you 50.
All right, let's talk about the Arnold UK real quick. I know it's been like a week now and everybody's talked about it, but
what shows this weekend too? France?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. We did an episode and Fuad unplugged the audio and
the audio got fucked up. So now we have to go through this again.
So I did this already and I fucking want to now I hate myself because I got to do this all. No, wait, but now I can lie about everything that I said and make myself like the smartest guy.
That's right. No, we can we'll just go through it quick because everybody's kind of seen a lot of the Arnold stuff. So we'll just go through it quickly. So I got some 4K video from Victor. Oh, I don't have his last name anymore. Victor sent me this 4K video from right behind the judges table. So I thought we'd go through it really quickly. I just want to ask you guys, I don't want to go through everything. I just want to basically ask you guys, when you see this call out, do you think the judges got it right? And we can go shot by shot if you guys want.
I don't think they got it wrong.
Okay, what does that mean, Ian? Can you explain that?
Are you taking
if you had put someone different in first, I wouldn't have an issue either. But I also don't think that having Andrew win and Patrick second, James third, etc., is the wrong decision.
I think Patrick's a great bodybuilder, and I said this in the podcast that didn't get aired. I'm going off of what my eyes show me on a video, and I just can't see Patrick in sec. I don't know if it's. Now, there's a picture where he does a back double bicep, and it looks like half his back is oiled. So I don't know if my eyes just aren't picking up on.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there right here, guys.
But I don't see it, bro. I just don't see how he's second from James and especially Martin. I just don't
look from the back. James wins both shots. Right?
I don't understand. I mean, Martin too. Martin is better from the back, I think.
No. I'm just about talk about James versus Andrew in the back shots. Like James wins both those two shots, right? And potentially the two side shots.
James loses that shot because his lower lats not loses it. The reason why he's hurt is because he doesn't see the bubbleness in the lower back that Andrew has. Now go to Andrew. See that thickness? Right here. He doesn't have. He's just missing. If he had that, he would blow away the whole entire line.
James is making up for inadequacies in his back development with conditioning here.
Yes,
there's depth.
It's superior conditioning.
Superior conditioning. Martin's conditioning is still very good from the back as well. But I think
Martin conditioning from the back is the best.
In my opinion, Martin's back shot here, even though it's smaller, is the best.
Martin wins the back double to me.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
I see on balance, Martin might be the most conditioned from the back, but I think the best back double is James. From the absolute size as well, it matters in the open.
Well,
James is taking up more space on that stage. He's big.
Okay, so can I just
has more lines in his hamstrings, his lower lats and back completeness is a little better.
So Ben, can I touch on that real quick?
Bottom a little more complete.
I just want to touch on that real quickly. So James is a bigger man structurally.
Yes.
But muscularity wise, when you look at Martin's back,
off that back.
The ROMs and traps are all complete. It comes down. The lower lat is all the way down here. And it comes out.
Yeah, but then look at James's lower body though.
No, I'm just saying. Wait a minute. Just look at the back for a second. So if you look at the back, when you get about here on James, the lats are empty. It's just nothing. There's nothing there.
I agree. Look, none of them are perfect, right? None of them are complete.
But I think Martin's the closest to perfect as far as a complete shot.
Yes,
there's nothing missing from this back shot.
James is also very dry, but Martin does have more lines and detail in his hamstrings. I mean, you can see there's James has kind of like 2 big lines per hamstring, where Martin has a lot more like Phil Heathy kind of detail. And his back is a little more complete. James is very dense and his conditioning is very good and dry, which goes a long way, especially.
And you know what, too?
I would say
is that James had a very muddy fucking tan, too. It didn't look good. It didn't help him out at all.
No, James doesn't adhere well with tans, I don't think.
Never.
So.
Well, the tanning at this Arnold wasn't ideal either. I mean, Dean had some issues with his tan at prejudging these guys. And Andrew actually, because I was backstage at Texas, in Texas, he had a shit ton of oil on him, and here he doesn't. And it really does change how he looks on stage.
So I just want to ask you guys a question real quick. I know Andrew got phenomenal shape, but is there any other bodybuilding situation where, well, I guess actually forget it. We saw that earlier this year. I was going to say, is there another situation where somebody this conditioned and this complete loses to somebody in this condition?
Well, Bonac and Brandon Curry.
Well, I was thinking more Kamal and Akeem. Yeah. So the size and the shape carried him over Martin's condition.
I can, if Andrew ever gets 100%, I can easily see him smoking everybody.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing too, is Andrew's conditioning only looks subpar from the back. From the front, it doesn't look any worse than anybody else's. I mean,
I disagree.
His conditioning from the front doesn't look any worse than James or Martin's to me.
I think his condition. I wasn't impressed with his conditioning from the front.
I think I'm on the same page with Ian there. His conditioning from the front, to me, looks great, but it's a completely different bodybuilder from the back.
I wouldn't say it's great. I'd say it's good enough.
It's good. It's good.
Well, I'm just saying in comparison. I'm saying in comparison to these guys.
But I also don't think anybody looked super hard from the front, to be honest.
So,
also, is it me or does Andrew's posing really leave a lot to like? He doesn't
posing needs
display
work.
physique very like.
I mean,
he's front doubles out
he makes
here
himself very like either is either over exaggerates it or then he gets very crunchy. It's like one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, he's a newer body. As even though he is an older guy, he is not. He is a rookie.
Yeah,
that shot on Martin that would be looks that and Martin and James looks cartoonish, man.
So
James' side shots, I think James' side shots were phenomenal.
Wild.
So, Guy, when you look at this, the cross striations in his quads, feathered,
his chest striations,
everything, delts are all stripped.
100%. Now,
it's the same condition as Martin or James from the front.
Go to a front double bicep. This is where I'm not talking about. So his legs to me right there look very soft.
Okay, but in comparison to that, look at Martin's legs. Look at.
I was going to say, do they look?
But hold on, this is. But you guys got to remember, I also argued the counterpoint. I also said I know what James and Martin look like up close because I have this. I'm going off of shitty fucking video.
No, but we're all looking at the same photo, guys. So when
I look Martin's lines and his legs and James's lines come up and are much deeper than just the short lines he's got in his legs. I
do agree the quads on Andrew.
I'll agree with quads. Andrew's quads are.
I'm not talking waist up. I'm talking strictly waist down from the front. It throws it. I think he's going to be #1 very soon. His conditioning isn't doing it for me. That's all I'm saying.
I see what you're saying, but then he also go back to that shot. He has the best ab development by far. His chest is the most.
I literally said waist down. Waist down.
But wait a minute. I'm sorry. I still don't see it. This quad these lines are a little bit more shallow than these lines. It's not like Martin's quads are fucking stripped in this shot. They look almost identical.
But listen, it's just like when I go over to Patrick, he doesn't look like he has anything in his legs. I'm going off of what I'm seeing. I'm not saying they didn't look like that in person.
But we're looking at them all in the same video.
I know, but what I'm saying, Guy, is I'm just comparing literally Martin. I don't care about anybody else. Okay. When I look at these legs and these legs, the conditioning looks almost similar.
Okay, but hang on. I saw both of these guys in Texas on stage together, right? And I saw photos after Texas and they look similar. In person, Martin's leg detail was far superior to Andrew's.
Okay,
on the camera, it didn't convey on the camera.
Listen, I know that. I know everyone's going to say this looks like this and like in person, this looks like that in person. We're playing a game where we're all looking at the same video.
But I know, but what you have to understand is I know what Martin and James look like aside from this. So it's not helping me.
I'm asking you to ignore that for a minute. Just look at this. If I could put a box around this.
I still don't like how his legs look. I still think his legs are either flat or just not in shape. Not
on this, Fouad, on that shot right there. If you pause it, I still think James's quads are harder and better than Andrew's.
Yes, I agree too.
Look, I'll agree with that. If you put James's quads on Andrew, I think it would make his physique better.
But then it also looks like that he just took oil and went like this and missed oil. So it's like I can't figure it out. I'm missing something.
I understand what you're saying.
Doing it for me.
I understand, and I agree with what they're saying in quads, but I don't think his quads are really any significantly worse, but then everything from the waist up is significantly better.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not even arguing.
But I don't think, I'm sorry, guys, I don't see it. I see James's quads are bigger, but I don't see anybody's legs that are phenomenally sharper than Andrew's.
Yeah.
They all look equal.
No, look at James's leg. Come on. Are you joking?
It's massive. It's humongous.
Look at his but look at the lines, the detail, the hardness in that versus Andrew's. Come on.
Okay, maybe a little. I'll give you James a little bit, but
okay. Sorry, what are we arguing here? Just who has the best legs?
No. The condition of the quad.
Andrew, I think you're one of the best bodybuilders out there. Please don't take this as fucking me bashing you in any way. It's almost like I don't want to say his legs are flat because he's a little soft from behind.
But
when he does that side tricep, his leg is fucking peeled.
This is moot points though, because one body part not being as conditioned as somebody else's doesn't dictate you winning or losing a show.
I think Andrew still wins, right? And Andrew still wins the overall fucking.
Yeah, I never said Andrew shouldn't have won. Never said that.
Well, what are we arguing here? I don't really get it.
We're just opinions on how people look.
We're just talking about condition in the quad. That's it. I'm just arguing. I don't think. My argument is
Andrew's conditioning. In this, he looks like he. Do you think he's better? I can't see him being better here than Texas.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Just one second. Let's just stick to one point at a time and everybody talk separately. So we're not all on top of each other. So we were making a point that Andrew's condition from the front was pretty much equal to everybody else in the lineup. That's all I was saying.
Yep. But then you guys seem to only focus on his quads as if that's the only part of a front shot.
So all I'm saying is
that was the part that I was telling you that was catching my eye that I just did not like. That's all I said.
Okay.
Period. End of sentence.
Okay. End of sentence. Let's move on. So from the back, we all agree that. Well, we don't all agree.
With the back, he looks crazy, but I look down and I'm like, I don't see ungats. Like there's nothing to be had from the waist down. And then I go and my eyes go to Martin and he's etched out. That's all I'm saying.
What's ungats?
Ungats is nothing. It's I don't see it nothing. Zero.
The thing is, and this is the interesting point. Like he's good enough win these shows, but at the Olympia, that's not going to work.
That conditioning is going to hurt him, shape or not.
Yeah, I don't care how big he is. Yeah, and he's huge. He's huge with phenomenal shape, phenomenal ab. Probably the best abs.
Yeah, if Iain stands next to him, and Iain that grainy concrete look, he's got to be peeled, bro. Like
debatable. I mean, look.
I don't think so, bro.
Wait. There is the argument that like not all but people are created equally, and some people can be fucking fat and beat you no matter how good you are, and it doesn't matter. Wait, I know you don't disagree with me. I'm not arguing with you, Guy. I'm just saying some people don't need to be as hard as others to still beat them, and this is indicative of that. And I don't think that me being 0% body fat and Andrew being 10% body fat would necessarily mean me beating him. And he's shown
you at your best and him right there. Who would win?
No, because Guy, can I just?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, no, that is close because he is enormous and he's very well put together.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's a sure thing by any
I think if he nails his conditioning, nobody's touching him. But
I think we can all agree with that. Yeah. But I think ifs, ands, or buts are useless in bodybuilding. You know?
I think if he shows up, what I was going to say is like going to Ian's point, Brandon Curry and Hottie are a perfect example.
Yeah.
Brandon Curry will never be as hard as Hottie, condition wise, but he still beat him. Right. So conditioning is not going to be the be all end all if his shape is hands down better or his size at 290 fucking 6'1" or 6'2".
You realize like what we're doing is like it's almost like there's 4 guys on here that are judging. I'm just saying what catches my eye and what doesn't, and I don't like. That's all. I'm not saying.
Nobody's arguing. We're just.
No, we're not arguing.
We're just having a conversation.
I'm letting the masses know that I'm not saying he shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying things that if he improved on, I think he would.
Yeah, I have to say something quick too. I think a lot of people online will be like, blah blah blah. He was too out of shape or whatever, especially in the back shots. But bodybuilding is not exclusively a conditioning contest.
No, it's overall. One
criteria of many is conditioning. And just because someone beats you in conditioning, which I have beat almost everyone in conditioning, almost every show I've ever done, it doesn't mean I'm necessarily winning all the shows. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, people, there's muscularity, there's shape, there's flow, there's a lot of other things to these, symmetry, things that matter here, that if someone's better conditioned than you, you can still absolutely beat them with other tools in your arsenal. And Andrew does that every single time.
I won every show that I won, Ian. I never had more muscle than anybody. I was all conditioned.
But if it was a condition game, Roman and Ian would be number 1 and 2 in the world, right?
Yeah.
Can I also just say something? I wish everybody would just stop being scared to criticize Andrew Jacked, because who gives a shit if people are mad? We're talking about bodybuilding.
I feel like I'm the only one that criticized.
Nah, it doesn't.
Hey, I was right there with you. Fuck you.
We're looking at bodybuilding photos. I had no problem critiquing James's back. I have no problem critiquing Patrick's back. I have no problem saying Martin's too small. I think everybody needs to stop being worried about.
You get the same thing with Hattie, though. You mention one bad thing about Hattie,
they can get mad,
the same thing, and they all freak out.
Yeah,
they can get mad.
I think it's consensus that Andrew won the show.
Yes.
I think if I was going to flip any of the order, I would maybe have James and Patrick flip around.
I would have had James in second.
Sure.
See, like that right there looks crazy. His leg right there.
See, this is where James loses ground. Is anything where he's showing his abdominals here is where he's losing the most ground in shots.
Yeah.
I don't think this arm down thing is helping him. Does he go arm up here? Oh, yeah, he does. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think that's any better, to be honest.
I know. I just wanted to see.
I think arm down might help him, because I think it takes the eye away from looking at his abs. That's probably about so much muscular, but
look at this is crazy. This is gnarly as fuck. Like all this shit. Like it doesn't. You don't see it on anybody else.
I don't think it's gnarly, because I think he can be a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can be a lot better in this area right here. Like how much leaner is that going to get?
Be surprised.
I know if you put that next to like Big Ramy, they're not even going to be stood next to each other.
Ben, I don't think his condition from the front is bad. I mean, his legs could have more detail for sure. But I mean, if we're talking just across the chest and shoulders, it's strided. It's strided all the way around and thin skinned. Yeah. So I don't know how much harder you guys want to see this. Like when I look at Martin, looks shredded but a little flat.
Martin's not in the shot.
I also have to make the point that not all bodybuilders, and I'm not saying this is the case with Andrew here. I agree he can be in better condition, especially from the back. Not all bodybuilders' best is at their leanest, right? And I think Jay Cutler is very indicative of that. I think, there's cases where guys will pull down and get their conditioning insane, and it's absolutely not their best look.
Well, we've already seen that. We've already seen that with Steve Kuklo last year.
Right. And I think that people saying that, blah, 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 like, I don't think that James or Andrew being in James' condition necessarily makes him that much better of a bodybuilder. In some shots, it might make him worse. He might lose that pop and 3D-ness that he has in certain shots. So, I mean, I think it's a fine line to balance when you have that kind of bubbly pop muscularity like that,
Yeah.
But I think that's the theory that everyone's playing with. If he is able to maintain that size and pop and bring in some sharper condition from the back, then it's a problem.
I mean, sure. If he, look, it's nice to wish if every single bodybuilder was 0% body fat and fucking, Sean Clarita level full. I mean, that would be a whole different world of bodybuilding. But a lot of the thing about bodybuilding is it's who shows up on that day and who has what look, etc. And I don't necessarily think getting Andrew fucking peeled to the nines where he's at now makes him that much better.
So that's the only question I have too. Is if he gets down another 10 pounds or whatever it is, and the back matches the front, does that reduction in calories and all that to bring him down, does it ruin his?
We don't know until
that's what I'm saying. That's the only question I have. Is come the Olympia, he's going to have to be harder.
Do you think that's top 5 at the Olympia, the way he looked at Arnold?
If his back looks like, if his back ends up getting as shredded as a front.
No. If you just take that, if you just take that and put it on stage,
no ifs. No.
That's what I'm saying.
I think where he is now, he falls in the realm of the 6 to 10 range, kind of being how he is there. I think he's like battling for center of the second call out. But I don't see him beating someone like Haughty in looking like that.
Yeah, I think
I'm expecting an improvement. I hope
I want him. This is like, how many people like who's had a breakout career like him? Phil, that just literally started competing, came out of nowhere, and just fucking destroyed everybody. Nick
Walker.
Yeah.
This was actually faster. This was 1 year, bro.
It was.
I'm not discrediting Nick.
No, wait a minute. Nick did one show.
Right?
Nick did one show to get his feet wet, and then his debut was in New York.
Yeah,
and he fucking crushed that, and then went on.
Absolutely, but I'm saying this guy was like right off the jump street, just
yeah.
Now, there was no like.
And for New York, not New York. The Arnold, Nick had a bit of a battle. That wasn't a straight. Andrews come out and stomped.
But Nick also had better competition, in my opinion.
Well, he still had Kuklo.
Huh?
I came second to the Arnold.
Ian.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm saying, and that's what I mean. Like, I do think.
And Justin Rodriguez was in New York.
I think I was talking to Denise about this earlier. I think the Kuklo that Andrew beat wasn't as good as the Kuklo that Nick and Ian beat.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I think everybody thinks that, because I think Kuklo, I don't know if it was his off-season trials and tribulations or whatever, but it definitely did.
Okay, so I'm better than Andrew Jack. We've all agreed. Good. Let's move on.
Fouad, you're so cute.
That's totally going to be the clip from this fucking.
But I love how you
quote.
The way you word things just put a smile on.
Why? What did I say?
You said
trials and tribulations.
Off-season trials and tribulations.
What do you want me to say?
It made me smile the way you put it.
Listen, getting older has done one thing for me: it's made me a little bit more diplomatic and.
Hey, I'll attest to this, because the conversation we had yesterday, and you were like, "I'm level-headed," and I was expecting you to fucking be throwing
explode. Yeah, I've changed a lot.
Anything about the conversation we had?
No.
Oh
no, that's another example.
No.
That's another example.
Yesterday you were cucumber cool yesterday. I was like, oh, okay.
But you had to be a little impressed how well I know you after this time. Right?
We spend 2 hours together every week talking.
That's not a lot.
It is a lot. Think about it this.
Week?
Think about this.
We talked for an hour yesterday. We talked for an hour yesterday.
Okay, wait. Just think about this. So Paul's my best friend. Do you think I talked to him for 2 hours straight a week? Like, if you added it all up, right? Like, we go to the I don't.
More.
Less.
If you
we go to the gym, we go to the gym, we talk for 15 minutes on the way.
All the time you talk to him in a week.
Yeah, it's probably less than 2 hours.
No, absolutely not.
These podcasts are categorically the most social interaction I have in my life. Period.
I agree.
So far this week, I had 3 hours of one that went down the drain. It's going to be 2 hours one today, and I've talked to Fouad twice, both for an hour. So I'm up to 7 hours this week.
Well, and I'm going to come to your house tomorrow. I'm going to spend the weekend. So
wait, are you coming?
No, my wife won't let me. Wow, that sounded really bitch-like.
Ian, do you need anything? I asked you like 50 times.
No, because Ben, I asked because I was going to.
Ian hates talking to me through text.
What's going on?
Ian hates talking. Do you need anything? Do you need help? He's like, no. Okay.
Ian hates talking to everybody.
He does.
Either on the phone or through text. He can't stand it.
I always think he gives me a complex. I'm like, yo, bro, do you need anything? And help? He's like, no, good.
Ian, you give everybody a complex.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ian hates me. If I text Ian, I think he fucking hates me.
I'm gonna start sending you just heart emojis.
You immediately think like, this guy doesn't want to talk to me. Why did I bother texting him?
Why? I just give the answer and that's it.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's so short.
If you were my girlfriend, you'd give me anxiety. You'd be the one that's like, fine, okay.
What did I do?
All the red flags, like fine, okay, I love you. He'd be like this. He'd hit you with the love you. I love you.
This makes me sound worse to you guys, but I do not text my wife like that.
Oh, so you just take us for
just you guys. Just you guys.
Okay. Well, we can take it though. It's all right.
Yeah.
Everyone except for
you. Paris. Do we know who's doing it?
Yeah.
Actually, wait, before we do that, I want to just show something I was really impressed with.
What's in that box there, bud?
This is. Is there a side by side? Oh, this side by side.
Yeah, there was.
This is fucking a crazy year, man. That back looks 10 times different. Like this looks almost like an amateur back.
How was that 13 days out on the last?
Yeah, it was the 26th of September last year.
Because his conditioning, he's
bad for 13,
Olympia, but his conditioning is not very good for 13 days out.
No, but his conditioning on the Olympia stage wasn't as good as it should have been, and it will be better this year. So
yeah,
look at, most importantly, who cares about that? Look at the fucking difference in the back. And all I want to say is, like, I don't think people realize how easy it is to make this kind of improvement when you're already at this level. Like most
look at the forearm to the outer.
Well, look at everything. Look at the hamstring is thicker. Yeah. Like the calves are fucking thicker.
Dude,
like the glutes is the only thing that didn't grow.
Dude, he's put on so much muscle. I can't explain to you. And in person, the thing with Hunter, and I think you guys can agree with this, in person, he holds a lot more density than the pictures show.
Yeah, I think Dennis said that. Dennis said that about the stage at the Olympia. He said, I saw the pictures of Hunter after the show. He goes, he looked totally different on stage.
Look, we can all agree that the condition wasn't great.
It wasn't perfect.
Where it needed to be. Like, but take that out. He's holding so much fucking muscle on him, especially in the leg and the adductor.
But it's not even that impresses me. Usually when somebody comes along and they have like a certain structure, a certain body part proportions, you're like, okay, that's pretty much what the guy's going to end up like through his career. They don't usually make dramatic fucking change. That back looks almost like a strong point now.
Hunter is relatively young and new to bodybuilding. It's not like he's
Hunter.
He's just had 30.
Yeah, I guess he's done a lot of time.
He only turned pro like 3 or 4 years ago. You know,
this will be his 9th show.
Yeah,
really? 9 shows and already being top 5 at the Olympia.
I've done seasons where I almost did 9 shows. You know,
it's his third Olympia and his 9th show.
Yeah,
but this goes back. This actually ties back into the Derek Lunsford thing. This is the advantage of qualifying, like coming in the top 5 and having to take a full off season. We've had 10 months to do this, and this is where I agree with Ian. Like Hunter's as fresh as a day. Like we had all that time to grow. We're actually able to take good long breaks. Like right after the Olympia, we took a long break, had him rest, chill out, corrected, had his surgery on his hernia. Like all these little things that we were able to do. So that's a massive advantage.
Time is very valuable in bodybuilding.
So you're talking in regards to the special invite. Ian's right that it's kind of an unfair advantage.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's a massive advantage. Whether you want to say it's right or wrong, it's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Not having to do a show is fucking massive.
I just wanted to give Hunter a shout out because that it really.
I saw those pictures too. I was very impressed with them.
Yeah, it's a big fucking deal, man. Okay, let's go to maybe bodybuilders. The Borders has the.
Or the IFBB Pro League site, but.
I know Patrick, Mark, and Lionel Berkey for sure. Let's have the Lionel discussion again.
Is Lionel doing France?
James is in the lineup, right?
James is 50-50, I think. He's not decided. He signed the contract according to him, but he said he's not sure if he's going to go and actually do it.
As in hang it up for the season or do another show later?
No, according to him, I think he said something like he only wants to get on stage if he can actually be a little bit better and he needs to be sharper, and he said he can't do that in a week, which is a fair comment. But
okay, so I got this here. Osama Ashur, I don't know, Lionel Bayeki, Jamie Johal.
Well, this show is in France, so there's no fucking excuse for Lionel on this one.
You're so angry about Lionel.
Drive down the street and go to the show, Lionel. Be there.
All right, I don't know. I don't know who.
Mark Hector's in there as well.
Okay, so if James does it, it looks like it's James' show to lose.
Well, no, technically not.
No, Patrick
beat him in the last show.
I know, but
no, you got to be fair and give guys the props they deserve. I mean, Patrick did just beat him a week ago. You can't say James is the front runner when he did just lose to Patrick.
Okay, he's not the front runner, but I think if James is sharper, he has a easier time of beating Patrick.
What if Patrick's sharper?
Patrick can't be sharper.
Yes, he can. Of course,
he can't. The way Patrick looked, dude, come on.
We were just watching the video. He could certainly be sharper in the back shots.
I don't think so. I don't think he has enough muscle in his back. No, I'm serious. The reason I don't think he can be sharper is because if you look at the dryness and hardness of his legs, he's already like maxed out. Like everything's striated everywhere. And if you go to the back, if you go to the back, his back is just really thin. That's why it's like not.
I don't know, man. There's some pretty skinny guys that get really peeled.
Because like, look how dry his leg is. Like, look how.
Yeah, I think he could be harder and tighter than this, though.
Okay, let me rephrase it then. If he's harder and James is harder, I think James's muscularity will outdo Patrick.
Okay, fair. Yeah,
that's just my opinion about that show. I think James. I had James in second in at the Arnold UK, and I think if he's sharper, he will get past Patrick.
I don't disagree. No.
If he does the show.
Yeah.
And then Mark, I still have high hopes for Mark, because I know Mark was off, and I think with a little bit of posing adjustments and
what happened with Mark? Did he ever say or he was just kind of off?
Mark needs to come down another 5 pounds for sure.
Yeah. I spoke to Cal before the show, actually, and after, and he said that they really pushed for fullness. They were trying to really size game it on stage.
Yeah.
And he said, so this time they're going to be not
look,
as
I understand.
Were they just size gaming it because Andrew was there?
Probably because Andrew and James.
Yes, and also you have to understand, when a guy comes off a fresh off season of gaining 20 pounds of stage weight, you want to show that off. You know, you don't want to come up and be peeled, but people are like, oh, it doesn't really look that much bigger. You want to show that muscularity off as much as you can, and fullness is the way to do it, right? And I think, I understand the want to do that, absolutely.
In the lineup that they knew that they were going up against, you can see why they.
So do you agree with trying to play somebody else's game, or do you agree with playing your own game?
No, we never play somebody else's game because it didn't work out for him.
I don't agree with that, but they're saying that
I know.
you should have done them.
No, he definitely shouldn't have done it, because the time he did get on stage where he impressed everybody was more because of his condition and shape than it was his size. And that 20 pounds would have shown through if he was in shape. If he came in as dry as possible, his roundness would have definitely showed through everything else. I think you can't play somebody else's game. That's why he's ended up in 5th, because he's just wasn't peeled enough. But I was going to say, I think I'm still going to stay on the bandwagon for Mark. I think if he's in shape, he can also be a contender to win this show.
I'm not giving up on Mark.
I don't think he can win it.
You don't think he can beat James?
I don't think James.
James might not even be doing. I don't think James was on the circles, and he said that he was taking a whole week off of training. So
that's what I mean. I think James is out, but he's on the list. So let's assume James is going. I don't think Mark can hang with James's condition and hardness and size.
I think James is got muscle maturity to hang with Mark.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't see Mark beating James in back shots or side shots. I mean, maybe just off shape on the front shots, but that's not enough.
Not this year.
No.
I don't know.
And James's legs are fucking enormous.
I think the legs is where the only part that scares me. It's not the back or anything else. Because Mark's got a good back. I think James does have crazy legs, and like Guy said, he's got a hardness that Mark doesn't have. But again, like Andrew, Mark's shape and roundness could.
He doesn't need to be as hard as James to beat him per se, but he needs to be harder than he was for sure.
Yeah,
which I don't think he can do in a week.
I still think. I think he could do it in a week.
No, I think 2 weeks, sure. I think
because sometimes
to kind of get the water off, and then another week to push things down. I don't think one's enough. No.
Well, listen, I've done this. And I've actually looked better for it. I've been spilled over and way too full, and then literally just done cardio and brought down my carbs a bit for the next week.
This is the thing, though. There's a difference. You're talking about being overfilled and just coming back down, drying out, versus having body fat to lose.
Oh, you think Mark still had body fat to lose?
Potentially, yeah.
Do you think so too, Ben?
I thought it was more.
I thought it was more of a fullness issue.
What you saw on stage, even if he was slightly full, there's still some body fat there that needs to
still a touch. I mean, he's definitely not as low body fat as James is. I mean, that's hard to say he is, you know.
Yeah. I guess in that scenario, you're right. If
he was 5 pounds tighter, then
if it's still body fat, then I agree with you guys. I thought of it more as he spilled over and he looked soft because they tried to fill him too much.
I'm assuming that's probably the majority of it. Yes.
Yeah.
And in that case, yes, you can make a big dent in that in a week. But is it enough time is hard to say.
Well, if we're going to pick for this fucking show, I think I'm going to stick my neck out for Mark again.
Okay.
So are we going to do some
picks? I'm going to say, we're doing James in or out.
We're going to pretend James is in because it's on the list.
Okay.
And if he doesn't, then we'll just shift all our other picks to wherever we had James.
I'm going to go with James 1.
So Guy has James.
But I'm a huge Mark fan. I made that known.
Yeah, everybody knows you're a Mark fan.
Shut up.
Okay, so basically Lionel Becky will win, and then who's coming second?
What are you laughing at?
These motherfuckers. We got in a massive argument privately.
Who?
Me and Ian.
Why?
Because I think fucking Lionel Becky's great, and he's only never been great because he's never gotten in shape.
So wait, hold
We're
on.
not doing this.
Hold on.
No.
How can you
No,
be
we're not
great
going to argue. I don't care.
Wait,
I don't
hold
care.
on. You literally just contradicted yourself. How can you be great if you've never been
No,
great?
I mean, I think his physique is great, and the only reason he's never really achieved...
So his genetics are great.
Okay, you know what? Don't play word games with me. All I'm saying is he's got a great physique, but the only reason is he never did better is because he was never peeled on stage. That's kind of
It's the same thing of Hassan and Rami, and for years
No,
it's like, well, if they get it right, if they get it right.
What was the argument?
Well, Ian doesn't think he's got a great physique.
Whoa, that's not what I said. I said I don't think his.
Hold on. No, just time.
No, don't say anything.
No, I know what he's going to say.
Who was going to say I started this argument now?
Let me say, no. Let me say what the argument was. I agree he has a very good physique in the front shots. And his conditioning, I agree with Fouad 100%. His conditioning is his main detriment.
Yes.
But I said even if he was peeled, I think his back and his hamstring, glute, and back development is still subpar to be winning top level shows, even if he's lean.
That was it.
Okay.
So I disagreed with the back. I thought his back.
He thinks he's got Derek Lunsford's back.
No, I did not fucking say that. I said I thought it was proportionate with the front. He does have a problem with his hamstrings. So I'll give you that. So we just disagreed about the back development, really.
Okay, move on. We're not starting this.
No, we're not going to start it again. So anyway, I was just telling Guy what because Ben was making the inside joke, so I wanted to fill Guy in.
Let's make our picks.
Sorry.
Okay, let's do the picks.
Already picked.
Okay.
No, you did one.
Guy's got James first. Hector second. Anything else, Guy?
Is this it? Is there anybody else? There's like 8 guys.
This is
I was
all.
waiting for.
This is all I can see. This is classic physique. It's just
Yeah, I'll pick mine then. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna go. If James is in it, I'm gonna go James, Patrick, Mark, Jamie, Lionel.
that's pretty good. Ben, you're gonna go with Ian?
I would do the same, but just because Ian did it, I'm gonna go Patrick, James. But I think James.
No, go with what you think. Who cares if it's the same?
No. Because Patrick, I don't think James is going to do the show. And I think in a week, I don't think either of them can substantially improve dramatically that much. So I think Patrick.
So what do you have, Ben? You have Patrick, James, Mark.
Patrick, James, Mark, Jamie, and no, I'm going to put Lionel Becky in front of Jamie. There you go.
Okay. Who's your fifth, Ian? Do you have a fifth?
I said my top 5.
Oh, who's after Jamie? Sorry.
Lionel.
Oh, Lionel. Okay. Guy, who's you got? Well, I got 1, 2. Who's 3, 4, 5?
So you got James, Mark.
Yeah, James, Hector.
Yep. And then I'm gonna put Patrick.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go with Lionel, Jamie.
I'm gonna go.
Come at me, bro. It's
Hector.
Great picks.
I think Mark Hector's got a tough time to beat Patrick.
Hector, Jamie, Patrick.
Bro, have faith.
Sorry, Hector, James. Patrick. I don't think James is going to do it, so it's going to end up being Hector, Patrick.
You know what's funny? Ian's right about this. You had Patrick was second and beat both James and Mark Hector last week, and you guys are all saying that Mark's going to leapfrog both of those guys.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Hector, James, Patrick, Jamie, Lionel. Yeah, Jamie, Lionel. Yep. Okay. And the only reason I think that.
Wait. It's not even 7 days. It's 6 days apart, right? Because it's Saturday.
The only reason
they went on a Sunday. They went on a Sunday night, and then they go on Saturday, and that's 1 day less to improve.
That's not enough time.
Dude, the craziest.
Cal's going to turn him
Speaking
around.
of that,
I'm confident.
What you just said, Ben, there was one year, I forget, it was 2015, 14. We went from the Olympia to Korea to Czech Republic. This was the craziest thing. From Czech Republic, we competed on Saturday, got on a plane, a private jet Sunday morning, flew to Italy, and then competed Sunday night in Italy. So we competed back-to-back days.
No diuretics were taken.
I don't even remember. It was fucking a wild experience.
I'm looking for a photo here. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Of what? Lionel's back?
Yes.
That's a tough search.
I started a holy war again.
So I wanted to take a look at this.
Oh, this is what I sent to.
What the fuck is this?
Look, this is crazy, but I love how he found a man that's like 2'4" to stand next to him, blow the proportions. Because this guy's like 5'7", you know.
Might be his dad.
I don't
No, didn't someone said that this guy's ex-Olympian?
Okay,
What?
I don't care if this guy's
Apparently, that guy on the left apparently is a former Mr. Olympia competitor.
Yeah, this photo is just ridiculous in all ways. Of course, yeah.
This is fucking insane, man. Like,
yeah. I mean, he's got Ramy's legs with Nick's arms with Dennis Wolf's lats with like, I mean, it's ridiculous.
how old is this kid? Do you guys know?
24,
25. Yeah.
25.
What the fuck?
Old enough to kick ass.
Look at that hamstring drop, by the way, on that side chest.
Yeah.
He punches his calf. That's insanity.
Yeah. This kid's big as fuck, man. What's he like from the back?
Good for him.
He's definitely not as strong from the back, and his conditioning is not exceptional. But I mean,
look at this.
He's got a lot of crazy tools.
It's like him and Nick have the same genetics.
Good Vito.
19 to 25. Look at him at 19 though. Fucking Jesus. Look at the arms.
What the? See, you never know, right? If this kid came to me and said, "Hey, I want to work with Hostile," I'd be like, "You're not ready yet," and then he turns up like this.
I mean, if I saw that kid on the left at 19, I'd be like, "This motherfucker's gonna be one of the best bodybuilders on the planet."
You would?
Yeah, 19. If he's 19 like that,
see his legs and his arms. Yeah.
Holy fuck, that's insane for 19.
Yeah. I weighed 130 pounds when I was 19.
I won junior nationals at 19. He looks better than I did.
That's crazy.
I don't see a fucking back shot anywhere.
Someone said he's only around he's around 230 on stage and not in shape.
I don't think he's like a superiorly big or heavy guy in person, but his shape is just insane and his muscularity is insane.
It's off season, so you can't really tell. But I mean, the width is good. You can't tell more in a back double. I think you can in a last spread, but he's a big fucking dude, man. He's really impressive. So what is he doing? Does anybody know what his plan is? I know he's planning to come to IFBB.
He's doing a pro qualifier in 6 weeks time. Yeah.
So,
which if he doesn't win that, then whoever beats him is going to be a fucking handful as well.
Yeah.
So let's say he
hope he wins that.
Let's say he wins that. Is there a pro show he's going to try and do to qualify for the O, or is he just? Does anybody know?
I would hope. I assume so.
Looking like that, I think he should.
This Olympia could potentially have Krizo and good Vito in it,
and Andrew. Yep.
Well, Andrew, of course, he's already won 2 shows, but I just mean like as far as more newcomers.
Go, bro.
I'd like to see him and Krizo in the same amateur show and the same pro and try and compete in an overall.
There's Krizo's most recent 2.5 weeks out.
See, the midsection to me there looks wide.
Yeah, I mean, look, I obviously see how impressive this physique is from a lot of ways, but I don't like it. So, I mean, it's insane, but it's not something I look at and I'm like, wow, I'd like to look like that, you know?
I don't know. I feel like I'm different than you guys.
You like
I think Andrew's better. I think Andrew's much better than this.
I agree with that, what Ben just said.
I don't think I agree with that.
Wait, Andrew or Vito? I'm sorry.
I think Vito and
I think Vito's better. I'm sorry.
I think Vito and Krizo are both better than Andrew.
I don't think this guy's better than Andrew.
I mean, look at the fucking leg development and the lines, like from his hip all the way down to his fucking knee. Arms are
Andrew's abs and midsection blow this guy.
His abs are better. I'll give you that, but that's it.
Well, we haven't seen his back either.
Well, I'm not blown away by Andrew's back either. So, I mean, look at this. His legs are better. His arms are bigger. Like Krizo's fucking good, man.
Of course, he's amazing. Nobody ever said he was
Look
good.
at this.
Fouad, you like Vito over Krizo or vice versa?
I think Vito will end up being a better bodybuilder one day. I don't know if he is now. I don't really know too much about Vito like on stage. So I have to see more, but like this is 2.5 weeks out. It's already more detail than Andrew has. His back is already showing stripes.
You can't tell until he's on stage.
I mean, obviously his back isn't amazing, but I mean, he's still overall very good.
I'm pretty. You're right. I agree with you. His back is not his best body part, but I still think he's very complete.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, look, either way, if he makes it to the Olympia and he's in shape, he's going to be in contention in that top 8. You know,
Yeah.
That's
not just the amount of muscle he has. Then fucking right.
That's an interesting fucking comparison. What do we? Am I the only one that thinks he's better than Andrew?
Andrew is more. I like Andrew's look better than his. I don't like his look. I mean, I see the muscularity and his arms are crazy, his quads, but like when it all goes together,
That's great. I mean,
Like Ian, you don't think this fits together well?
I didn't say it doesn't fit together well. I just said I don't like the look myself, and that's a personal preference. It's nothing
No,
against.
that's fine. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just literally asking. Like you don't
Well,
like
in this
the way,
shot,
like,
no. In this shot, this looks amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me where.
Well, the front shots that both Ben and I were both saying. I mean, his midsection, how it kind of ties together, I don't love.
So the midsection, I'll agree with you. Like it kind of.
And even there, it looks a little messy. You know,
It's blocky. And
his
wide,
his posing is not good. Like this is not a good side tricep.
No.
But like just standing there, like to me, that's an ideal physique.
For a white guy, he's very round and full.
He's big for sure. Yeah.
This is where he starts to lose me, and I agree with you guys. Is the stomach has like this, not in that.
I mean,
shot,
in that, like you don't get a lot of chest pop or lat width there at all. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no shape through that midsection into the lats.
Yeah, but I mean, look, obviously this motherfucker has all the muscle in the world. No one's going to deny that. I mean,
I honestly think he has more posing issues than physique issues, and part of the problem is you notice every time he lets a pose go, he lets his stomach go.
yeah, I mean, he's also posing post workout, so it's a little different.
No,
but
I'm
yeah.
just saying, like, imagine he worked with somebody and they were able to be like, look, you got to fucking hold this shit in through our entire posing section. Like,
you know, I'm gonna get chewed up and spout, I'm sure, for comments that I'm about to make. But and this is what I was saying when I was in Tampa and we had that first conversation about Andrew before Texas. The gap between winning a pro show to the Olympia, like everything has to be polished. The posing has to be fucking good. Like you can't.
Yeah.
These guys are winning the shows that they're winning just based on being just big enough and having enough muscle mass and being lean enough. But when
I have
you
a
get
question.
to that Olympia level,
Go back a little bit there to his front lat if you can. Can you rewind or no?
No, I gotta. Well, let me close it and
Stop.
open it back up. Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Like you have to be polished at the Olympia.
Tell me when
level.
to
They're not just going to give.
pause, Ian. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
As I say, they're not just going to let these guys walk into the top 5 just based on size and structure alone. They've got to be able to fucking pose and hold their poses and compete at that level
And be in condition as well.
Yeah, I agree.
See, in this front lat there, would you say that's better than James's front lat?
Well, I mean, James's legs are so impressive that.
I mean, his legs are impressive too.
Yeah, but James's legs are better than Krizo's, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, they're much thicker and denser, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think his arms are equal to James. I think their shoulders are similar. James looks.
Well,
like,
I think this guy's got better arms than James.
But I still like.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying.
I agree with that. I still prefer James in this pose.
I maybe do. But if I do, it's only because of the legs, and I also. You know, the other thing I do agree with you guys on his stomach is he doesn't have very good stomach control. So you can see it kind of distended up here.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's hard.
Ian's right.
Yeah, posing post workout is very different. Controlling your midsection when you have workout, you got intra workout and you just trained, like it's very different.
Yeah,
if this was first thing in the morning fasted and his stomach was like that, then I'd say, holy fuck, he's got a problem. I don't think that's the case.
But Ian, I've seen this in all of his poses.
Yes, but he's always posing in a gym post workout.
Yeah, I still don't. I don't.
Oh, I mean, I agree. I don't think his midsection is great, but I'm saying I think it's doing it worse justice here than it.
You're saying you don't like his abs or how he's posing it?
Both.
I think it's both. I think it's like if you think of it too, though, Ian. Let's say we gave James the front lat spread. Where else
I mean, I think you could give James the back shots.
I don't know.
Like, I understand he's got some very impressive shots and muscularity, but like, if you put this next to a Hunter, a Nick, a Hottie, I mean,
yeah, I'm not saying he's going to win the Olympia.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we said between him and Andrew, and I was like,
no, I know.
I think Andrew's got this guy beat.
Yeah, eh?
I agree. Yeah.
See, like this small things like this, like why is he not flexing this? There's detail there, but he's not hitting it. It's almost like these guys don't practice their posing at all.
Like, because they've been big enough to
they have
winning
people that are
shows
so
having
wowed by their body parts, bro, that they're not looking at.
But I mean, Ben's 100% right. You only get judged on what you can like. Look at that. See the detail there?
Yeah.
And he's
it
just
goes
not
away
showing.
when he goes into the pose, though.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're only getting
'Cause he's
judged
got
on
a-
what they can see.
because he's not been marked down for his posing yet because he's been so much fucking better than everyone.
No, I think this guy needs to not worry so much about the level of muscularity he has, work on ab control, ab development, and posing and getting peeled.
See when he has control of his stomach, it's nice and flat, right? But then he starts to like move around.
No,
kinda...
yeah, but front on as well. He doesn't have a.
Yeah, see, like that is not a great shot at all there.
Yeah, like this is I don't know, it's almost like he's sticking his neck out, and I don't know.
But I mean, he's got fucking 30-inch arms. I mean, it's like all his poses look good when you got cannons like that, you know.
And his adductors are fucking enormous. Look at that as well. Like he's got a lot of muscle on him.
Is he okay? I think this is potentially, if he's hard enough, this is potentially top 10 at the Olympia. Do you guys agree with that?
I think if he's in condition, he's fighting in positions with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, do you think this is top 10 if he's in shape?
I can see it. Yeah, I don't think. I think he's outside the top 6. I think 7th to 10th is where he's.
Yeah, I think he needs to. I think I'd need to see him hitting back shots in a lineup with top 10 Olympia guys.
Guy, what do you think?
I could see him like 10 to 12th.
I'm really torn about the Andrew thing, because the only reason I would say he's better than Andrew is because I feel like until I see Andrew's back peeled, I don't know if
hard to go off.
He can beat guys that have the same amount of muscularity and good.
Yeah, but we haven't seen this guy peeled either.
I think the back of him right now is more peeled than Andrew was on stage.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
like his hamstrings are stripped. His glutes.
He's saying peeled, not better peeled.
I agree, but then I also don't think he's displaying the same level of conditioning from the front through the abs and chest and shoulders, and
I think he is. He just doesn't look as good. I don't think it's put together as well. But he's definitely he's definitely striated everywhere. I don't think it looks as nice as Andrew's. But
yeah.
If I'm going to put them on stage at the Olympia and they turn around, I mean, this guy to me is beating him from the back.
If they're the same condition Andrew smokes him.
Yeah, 100%. If they're the same condition. But that's where my bias is I've yet to see Andrew bring it, because everybody kind of agrees he was better in Texas. So if he was better in Texas and now
I think he's the same. He's had less oil on him.
Okay, so let's say he's the same, but that means
the Texas lighting is notoriously good.
Okay, so that's fine. Then what are we saying? Is his coach just holding him back? Like, you know what? We're just going to go in at 80%.
No, that might be maxed out.
Yeah,
and no, he might be maxed out. Like Ian's right. That might be what they've got.
But
that might be the best look they can give for him.
And that's why I'm saying that about George Farah. That's why I'm saying that about Krizo. I think if Krizo is already in this kind of condition, which is from the back is better than Andrew, then, that's a tough one. I'm really impressed with this guy. I think he's fucking great.
Oh yeah, no, he's got a very, very impressive physique.
Fuck Derek and Samson.
Look, you always do that. It's not about. Listen, there's Nick and fucking Samson and Derek and Hunter.
I still think the top 5 from last year will remain the top 5.
I don't know anymore.
In a different order, but I still think.
I think it'll be 4/5 the same.
It's really tough, man.
This Olympia is so impossible to predict.
Andrew,
I'm competing in it. I have no fucking idea.
Andrew can shake things up. Ian's gonna be bigger. Fucking Samson is the biggest fucking wild card in the show. Could easily be fucking as high as 2nd, 3rd, depending on how shredded he is.
I have to say one thing, and look, I'm a huge Samson fan, but I still think he needs more in his back to be competitive in those top groups.
The only reason I would say no to that is Hunter displayed great shape, not amazing condition, and still took fourth with not a great back.
In a less competitive Olympia than this.
Less competitive.
Yeah, but you're saying the same top 5 are going to be there. So I'm saying if Hunter was able to sneak into fourth.
Look, there is every possibility that there's every possibility that the guys that came place where they did last year can come in this year better and place lower.
I agree.
I know that, but if you're saying that the same top 5 are going to be there, all I'm saying is last year Hunter was able to be in that top 5 with a subpar back and great shape, and that carried him. And I'm saying Samson has great shape and his back is better than Hunter's was last year. So, and he's also 290 fucking pounds right now. So
yeah, but there wasn't everyone else. And Hattie's bigger now.
Yeah,
Bonac is better.
I think
Iain is better. Like,
I think as long as Samson's condition is good, I think his size is going to wow people at the fucking Olympia.
I think he'll wow. I think he'll wow everyone in every shot except for the back shots. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know his back still needs more to be, but look, our current Mr. Olympia does not have a great back.
No, but he's very wide.
Wide.
He's got wide clavicles. Yes, I'll give you that.
And a wide back. Yes.
But like in wide and a lat spread, but in a back double, there's nothing from the fucking scapula down.
No, I'll say that. Okay, here's the thing. If we take Samson, we're going to assume he's going to be bigger on stage than the Arnold. But even if he's bigger, but has the same level of condition from the back, I think he's still going to slip outside that top 6.
If he doesn't have, if he has the same condition as
if
Arnold.
it's the same condition but bigger, then I still think he's not.
No, I agree with that. I agree. He's going to have to be harder than he was to Arnold for sure.
Yeah.
But according to him, he's already being pushed. Like I talked to him.
I have a very hard time playing the if game with conditioning, so it's hard for me to.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's a podcast. Yeah. But I just think if Milos is already pushing him hard, then I'm hoping that won't backfire and he'll end up getting harder.
My fear is that's very recent new muscle.
Yeah, I know.
Not holding it for long enough.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, it has been. What was the last show he did? The Arnold. So yeah. It is relatively.
I still do agree though that which I hate saying it this in bodybuilding, but if Samson is in, let's say, comparable condition to Hunter, that he is going to be very difficult to beat for a lot of people. Yes. And
don't forget to use code FUAD15
Guy 15
at Gasp or Better Bodies for 50% off.
Betterbodies.com.
You fucking whores.
I'm not a whore. I'm just joking. I don't really give a shit. You can use Guy 15. It's fine.
You don't even have
your own clothing brand. Settle down.
Well, I still like other clothing. Like I still like Gasp, right? Come on.
The first time you've worn Gasp on a podcast in months because they were on the fucking sale and you can get commission.
I just said I don't care if you use Ben 15 or Guy. I don't care.
Ben 15?
Isn't that your code? Chow 15? Chow 15. What is your code?
Shit.
What is your code?
I don't give you. I'm not playing that game.
He's like, I don't care. Chow 15. Chow 15.
I'm not. Fuck off.
I'm not with Gas, so don't worry about me.
Okay. Let's do some questions. Or is there anything else I missed from this week?
No, let's talk about Andrew Jack.
Hey, look at my fucking classic guy I posted.
Oh, Neil Curry. Can you tell that guy to get some different trunks?
I was literally going to text the group this morning and be like, yo, this guy looks sick, but these trunks are weird.
Like, seriously.
Ian can't give anyone shit for posing.
Well, no, I just post with no trunks.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty.
You want to hear something funny? That video has like 35,000 likes, but I lost almost 1,000 followers from it.
Well,
which
stop
one?
Posting naked photos.
Yes.
Wait, people unfollowed you because you showed booty?
Yes.
That's weird.
I would if I didn't know him. I'd be like, fuck this guy. He's always showing his fucking ass.
Maybe
what?
Patrick sent me the video and was like, we're going for this, beat this year, blah, blah, blah. And I saw the video. I'm like, oh, this is sick. It's from Texas last year. And I was tanning, so I don't have clothes on tanning. I just posted it.
Yeah.
But I also don't care. If you're going to unfollow me because I show my butt and I'm a pro bodybuilder when like girls show their butts left, right, and center, fuck you.
You show your schmeckle?
No.
What I was wondering.
That's why it would have gone up 5,000 if you had.
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
What I was wondering is in that pose, why can't I see your schmeckle from the underneath?
Because it's too short.
He's like
he's got a grower, not a shower.
That's the answer you're looking for. No, it's because I have it in stock. Obviously,
it sticks straight out. He's
a fucking day out. He's
like
a day out and freezing cold in a tanning tent.
Shut up, man! I'm fucking around.
I'm like you. I have it like tucked up and taped.
You got to push up.
Yeah.
Who had like a diving board? Just.
I'm probably fully socked up, you know.
Guy, do you put your shaft up or down in your posing trunks?
Up.
What?
Really?
I put mine up too.
Yeah, up to like a side.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
Mine hangs out in the like pocket on the left.
No, if I put mine up,
down it would like
put mine up,
who's down it would like tickle my grundle.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, if I
put it down, it's like tickling my anus.
Out.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
No, it's gonna be poking out of the top of your trunks when it would poke out.
No, because you put it to the side and it goes in the.
You got to pick an angle. It's.
Look, let me show you.
Why don't you just let it naturally fall where your dick naturally falls?
I wonder. I don't know if you can pull up you or me now. Now I'm intrigued with who's pulling up.
Look.
See the cock here.
Look at my cock.
This is so strange when people do this to me.
Why?
Why? What?
Because like, why wouldn't you just let your dick go the direction that it naturally goes?
Where does Jay put his?
See, look, it just hangs out in this like pocket here.
Yeah.
That's weird, man.
Yeah,
look,
no.
it's right here.
That looks odd. No, that looks weird now.
Yeah.
That looks weird.
Looks
You said
weird.
it. That looks weird as fuck. Yeah.
And you're wearing sunglasses inside.
Well, this is shut up. Okay, so
that was his stripper moment.
Let's see.
What are you doing?
I want to see what you
There's
do.
nothing on me.
Ben.
There's nothing on me. Why do you give a fuck what I'm
Ben's
doing?
like, what are you doing?
Yours is doing that too.
No, it's not.
No, I don't
I
think
promise you, mine's down.
Mine's always down.
Oh yeah, it appears. Okay, Ben's is going straight down.
Well, yeah, because that's the way it goes.
Yeah, but it looks like it's resting on his balls.
Well, is your dick resting on your balls right now?
Well, I'm sitting.
Well, no, it's kind of like off to the side.
No, when you
Mine's
stand,
directly.
you know,
Mine's on
I'm
top of
sitting.
my
My
balls.
dick's like on like my nuts like a bean.
Yeah, but
bag.
when it's in this
Yeah.
little banana hammock, I don't want it resting on my balls. It feels like it's pushing against my balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pressing against my nuts. I don't like that.
this is
Like
weird.
it's not comfortable. I want to put it
You
in its
really
own
gonna
little.
look at everybody's fucking dick package?
What does he do? And it's straight down.
I'm down.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's not normal.
Look at how small I am there.
I didn't even realize it when I clicked on that one. Okay, fine. Sorry, we'll go to this side. Yeah, I don't know. This just looks like you put a sock in your fucking trunks.
Yeah. All right, Bo Lewis. Jesus.
Yeah. Don't be jealous.
God.
Okay, so now that we've wasted whatever amount of time looking at cock.
Who the fuck is tucking their cock up in their
Yeah,
pocket?
that's weird. That's
It's-
super weird for me. But we did this discussion a few years ago, and a lot of people in the comments said they did that. Surprise.
Yeah, man, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are allowed to be fucking wrong. It's fine.
Are you afraid to pull up my
Yeah. It's certainly wrong.
I don't want to put up your
Yeah.
dragon. Okay, let's see what guys got going.
You know what?
That's it.
My dragon? What did you say?
Just so we all get a little bit of showtime.
Equally gay?
Let's see what guy does.
I'm okay if you don't ever show pictures of me again, by the way. That's fine.
Yeah,
This,
he's on the side.
there's your little. Why are your trunks so small? How does your dick even fit in there?
Bro,
Those are
here
normal
you
size
go. Now
trunks.
I got small trunks.
Look at this little.
Fucking
God.
French is like, look at this little thing.
Listen, we can all show it live. I have
I'm
no
just
problem.
fucking with you. Shut up.
Whatever you
Okay.
want.
All right, so Neil, get different.
Neil goes
trunks.
straight down as
Get,
everybody.
get some
He's certainly
down.
not going to the side in those things.
Neil goes
No,
straight
fuck
down.
no.
Neil, get some trunks, brother. This is
Neil.
fucking. In his defense, though, his trunks make his legs look twice the size.
Yeah, it does.
What this
Got a
guy's shape?
crazy sweep on his legs.
This
though.
guy's shape is fucking insane. Tiny,
Yeah.
and this.
He's like a walking. He's like a walking Photoshop. This guy.
Yeah.
Well, I thought didn't somebody accuse him of that like a couple weeks ago, and he had to defend himself?
Yeah.
You know what's
It
funny?
is
This
not.
this
The
tattoo,
tattoo throws you off.
it almost looks like he has no waist over here.
He should put, he should
That's
put
what I
another
just
one on
leaned
the other
over and
side.
looked at. I was just like,
Yeah.
Especially in the
If you did
front
another
back,
one-
like it looks like there's a gap there, you know?
Yeah.
That's a really, really crazy
There's
shape.
another
man.
quick. Do the next one because
Oh,
he's.
sorry. Yeah, everywhere. I mean, his back could be a little thicker.
Yeah.
But you know what's
Overall,
fucked up? You know what's funny though? When you look at somebody like this, the first thing I think as a bodybuilder is I'm like, Imagine this guy kept going to try to be open. Like what would this look like with 20 pounds on it or 10 pounds on it?
Dude, he was 245 pounds and in pretty fucking good nick. Like he could be 250.
But like when people, when people say like the open class would be deeper or whatever, like the 90s, or I was talking about, that's the kind of physique I think about. I'm like, these guys are going to classic. That could be, that's a fucking really impressive shape.
His proportions are wild.
So how far is he out there?
11 weeks. That was this morning. That was today.
Yeah, I know. So this is from the 11 weeks from the O.
Yeah.
He's got a really good fucking start, eh? He's like, looks like he's 6 weeks out.
Yeah, we're down 9 pounds from when we started to prep.
When did you start working with him?
16 weeks out.
Okay, so you just got a hold of him.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. So now you got him, Dean, and Hunter at the Olympia.
Yeah.
You're gonna be nuts that weekend.
I'm already stressed.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do some questions before we go. If you could do a collab with any company, who would it be, and why is James's response Crocs? I don't know what the fuck. James wants to collab with the Crocs. I don't know. Okay. If you could partner or do a collab with any company, who would it be? Other than your obviously official sponsors. Is there a company that you would? What?
Nike.
Oh yeah, I guess that's
Nike.
Price, yeah.
Ferrari. I want to do it with Ferrari. Maybe they'll
Not Harley. Not Harley, and you wear a little jacket and be all gay on your bike.
You're already a fucking walking Harley advertisement.
I called Ben just to piss him off. I go, guess what I'm wearing right now? He goes, what? I go, my Harley jacket. I just got it. Okay. They're all a bunch of rate my physiques. Favorite post-workout meal? Pasta and ground beef. Anybody else?
Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice. I knew you were going to say that. Who's the best chef amongst the group? It's a toss-up between Ben and Guy. I don't know.
I was trained as a fucking chef.
Guy, I was thinking about this, you lazy fuck. You're always talking about me being lazy. Don't you have a fucking meal prep company that cooks your food for you? Yeah. So you're shitting on me because I get Instacart, but at least when the food gets here, I cook it myself.
I don't pay for
Also, Fouad has
hold on. Ben,
you didn't say it was a money thing. You said it was a lazy thing.
I'm not paying for Instacart.
It doesn't matter. That's not what that wasn't your argument. That wasn't your argument. You said it was lazy.
It is.
Yeah, but you get your food.
But I also cook my food. So even though I still cook my food.
No, you warm it up in a pan.
No, I still buy bison and steak and shit every week.
Do you kill the bison, then send it to the meal prep company? They prep it for you and send it back.
Yeah.
Then that's okay. But if you're not doing that, then you're a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah. What do you expect me to do, bro?
I'm just saying, you call me lazy and you have the same shit going on.
No, that's called fucking I'm working.
He's mowing his yard for 8 hours.
All right, Ben's the best chef.
You guys have I got demoted all of a sudden because
because we had a competition.
All you do is make sauce.
Fouad tried my bolognese in Orlando and said it was better.
First of all, Fouad tried sauce that was sitting in the freezer for fucking eight months, so you can't even compare.
Listen, all I know is, Guy, I love you, but your pasta was super dry. And
pasta that was sitting there for fucking Brian only had a little bit.
Don't fucking serve it. So don't.
First of all, hold on. I told you guys I didn't have a lot of sauce because it was from last year and it was frozen. I see you guys pin me to a cross after I fucking tell you what's wrong.
So you didn't know we were coming.
I didn't have enough. What do you want me to do? Make more sauce from last year, you idiot?
Saying you had time to prepare.
All right, we'll leave this one on the back. But can you cook anything else other than sauce?
What do you want me to do?
I'm just saying, is that your thing, or is there something else you cook that's good?
Sauce isn't like a food, bro. It's just what you put on pasta.
Yeah, but if somebody can make pasta sauce fresh,
I
would assume that person's a good cook.
Pasta done. Bolognese sauce done.
Something not Italian.
Can you cook something? Yeah, can you cook something not Italian?
Yes.
Can you make a lasagna? That's Italian. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And it's good?
My lasagna's good.
Isn't good, so who fucking knows, Fouad? Maybe Ben's lasagna will be better because he's got bolognese sauce from fucking England. That's better. With his fucking England tomatoes. the fucking ketchup king over here.
They're tomatoes.
Out of here.
Ketchup's the key. That's what you know.
Okay,
That's
you guys,
why.
next time we're at your house, guy, you guys are gonna have a cook-off.
We'll have a fucking Iron Chef America right in the fuck kitchen.
All right. God.
I'm not getting a hotel again though. If we do that, I'm staying at your house. Fuck that.
I offered it. Nobody wanted to. I don't want to hear it.
That's not true. What books, podcasts, resources did you find most helpful when starting your businesses?
GuyCisternino.com.
Trial and error.
Fouad Abiad's podcast really helped my business.
That's true. Yeah. No, fucking resources for business. My brother, he owns 5 businesses, and that's who I turn to for help. So I've been eating a lot of clean calories, plenty of protein, drinking a gallon of water a day, sleeping 8 hours, and I've lost 8 pounds in a month. And I can't figure out why. Any suggestions for what I might be doing wrong?
You're eating too little or overtraining.
I've been eating a lot of clean calories, plenty of protein.
What is a lot? What is a lot?
Well, the thing is, when he says, you know what I found to be the biggest mistake a lot of guys make? So he says, I'm eating plenty of protein. Honestly, a lot of new guys, when they come to me, they've cut their carbs down because they're trying not to get fat, and they probably have no fats in their diet. Yeah. But they're like, I'm eating 300 or 400 grams of protein. I'm like, yeah, but that's not like, you need more.
That's 1,200 calories.
Yeah. Yeah. So
protein's not the main thing you have to worry about.
It's too hard to answer.
Especially if you're trying to grow. I mean, especially if you're eating a lot of carbs, really lower that protein.
For the most part, the protein is probably the most consistent thing year round, whether you're in a contest prep or an off season. It's pretty negligible.
What guests on RBP have you learned the most from? I probably learned the most from these conversations, because I can get coaches on that will teach, you know, you learn things, but like when the 4 of us are just shooting the shit, you bounce around a lot of ideas. So yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you, bodybuilders under 25 with the biggest potential in the future of the sport? Good Vito.
I was gonna say good Vito. He just showed it.
Vito.
There's a whole bunch of rate my physiques. Thoughts on 4 days a week training while bulking?
Great.
I think it's great.
I never trained less than 5. I mean, usually 6, but
yeah. But I think a lot of the biggest guys train 4 days a week in the off season.
What do you train now, Fouad, that you're retired?
5 days a week.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
But when we really pushed in 2017, and Luke and I mean, I didn't grow like Luke did, but that was when he really made a big leap in his physique. It was 4 a week.
I like
4 down from 6.
Yeah. I mean, it's confusing though, because if you talk to some coaches, right? Like John used to say this. I think Mark Thibodeau, Brad Schoenfeld, like some of these guys talk about this. They talk about frequency and how frequency can help growth. Yeah. So it's like, it's frustrating because you're like, I know 4 days is a month is good, or a week is good because I'm getting a ton of calories in, a ton of recovery, all that. But then if you talk to any of those coaches or scientists, they're like,
it depends what your split is. I mean, are you doing chest back leg, or are you doing push pull legs? I mean, it's going to depend how many parts you're hitting per training session and what the frequency is based off the split. So it depends, right?
But like if you ask Dorian Yates, he would say 4 days a week, back once a week. That was when I grew the most, right? But if you ask like Brad Schoenfeld, he'd be like, my guys grew the most when I was doing 3 days a week, like 3 back days a week. And then everything else.
Can I put things in context?
Yeah.
Or for what I think.
Go ahead. I want you
to. If you look at their system of high frequency in that moment, that might work very well during that stint of time. But going to a lower frequency or doing 4 a week, if you look at a competitive seasonal career, that's going to give you a better payoff over the many years, I believe.
I see. Okay.
I agree.
Is post-competition depression a thing? Yes, sure. Definitely. Anybody else?
Of course, yeah.
It's just it's fucking
is
that about like not being in shape anymore? And like
there's a whole host of reasons, guy. I think for most people this
isn't exclusive to bodybuilding by any means.
I think what it is for most of us in bodybuilding is that you're firing on all cylinders for a number of weeks, and you have a real routine, and you have a real focus and real structure. And then the show happens, and then there's like this adrenaline dump, and there's nothing. It's like you don't have any responsibilities, you don't have any fucking
This is not something unique or common just to bodybuilding. This extends into the entire world, and anything that is big and exciting. And I mean, people get this going on vacation for a week and then they come home and they're fucking depressed as shit. I mean, this is not exclusive to bodybuilding by any stretch. It's just human psychology.
Yeah. I don't know. I always kept myself pretty fucking busy, man.
It's not about necessarily like I got back to training right after shows too, but I still think
I feel like I'd get depressed if I sat around and like just did nothing. I feel like if you keep yourself busy and in a routine.
No, but 1 minute, guy. I'll give you an example. So right now I went through a stage of depression post retiring, right? Yeah. But I still was training every day or every 5 days a week, whatever. So it's not like
we're also not saying that every single person that competes is going to have post show depression.
Yeah.
So no. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I know. Yeah.
No, I think guys are saying like if you keep yourself busy, you'll be okay. But what I'm saying is
you might be a little better.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's more about. It's kind of like when I retired, people are like, "Well, why is it different?" I can't necessarily explain it. It's just different when you have a goal and a focus, and everything in your life is pointing to one thing.
Is it different when you win versus when you don't?
I don't think so, man.
No, I think from what I've witnessed and what I've experienced is even if you win, you've spent all that time focusing on that one point in time, and everything makes sense. Like that's all every decision and every move you make is for that one thing, and then after that, you're kind of left in that.
I've probably had more post-show depression since I've been consistently winning every regular season show I've done than before when I was fighting for top 3s, 4s.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. If you could biggest struggle when beginning careers
in bodybuilding.
Yeah. What was the biggest struggle when you started bodybuilding? For me, it was probably.
Well, I think for most people, and I think it was for myself, it's trying to work a job that's conducive to bodybuilding while also trying to make a decent amount of money. Because to eat 5 meals a day during most jobs is hard. And the jobs that might let you do it might not be conducive to bodybuilding. You might be doing hard labor. So it's to manage those things is very difficult.
I think for me, it was limiting my partying. I think that was one of the biggest struggles because I wanted to go out and do stuff more. And I just didn't, I had to learn how to stop doing that.
I think
I never stopped that, except I still went out and did everything. I just didn't drink or do anything like that. I would just still go do it all. But
yeah.
I was never a big partier, man, ever.
I could never go to the bar and not drink. I was like, this sucks. I don't want to be here.
I didn't care.
The big strain that I've seen from not just me, but like coaching clients and stuff is amateurs, even like good high level amateurs that aren't earning any money are still all in. They're as all in as the pros are, but there's no payoff like the pros get. Yeah. So the relationship, like the husband, the wives, the families, they can't justify it as much as Iain can. He's like, fuck you, I'm earning a living from doing this, like fuck off. Whereas, Iain back in the day was grinding and gave as much effort and time to it as he did, but without that financial payoff. So if it doesn't work out, that's
very close. I agree with that there.
Guy, what are you doing?
Taking a piss on my lawn.
You're pissing right now?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go in the house and piss?
I got 2.5 acres I could pee on.
Yeah, but
why don't you just leave the laptop on the side and just piss?
You have a toilet right inside the door.
Well, you didn't have to ask. You could just say, it's still on the podcast. Does it matter? Just pretend like
I'm going to go for piss. I'm going to leave it here though. I'm going for piss, but I'm not taking.
Ask me how I'm being. Look, no hands.
Something you did in the past that you wish you could change.
Pee outside.
These are all so deep. Where's the fun ones?
See what this podcast brings out?
Fouad, who is the one person on your podcast you would beat if you both were in your prime, and why would it be Guy?
If you couldn't beat me, which you couldn't, I'm 212, so it doesn't matter.
Would you rather be in a coma for 10 years or in the worst prison in the world for 5?
Oh, man, this is a good one, and I don't know.
That's actually a good one.
I'd rather be in the worst prison in the world for 5.
Why? Because you think you're big and you'll fuck people up and they'll all be your bitch?
No, but I think when you have absolutely no knowledge or like like when you're just asleep for 10 years, the world changes a lot without you. And I think at least being in prison, you can still.
You know, it changes a lot in prison. Your booty hole.
Put me in a coma.
You can still see your wife. You can still have some communication with the outside world. You can still at least. The world's just going to pass you by very differently when you're in a coma for 10 years.
I have a question.
Wait, worst prison in the world? Put me in a fucking coma, happily. Yeah. I'll wake up in 10 years.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, me too. I was going to ask, does my wife know I'm going to wake up in 10 years? Because if so, I'm definitely taking the coma. Because she'll just hang out, wait for me.
You think so?
No. You can't.
I know. I do so.
You can't add to the question.
She's slinging dick.
You can't add to the question.
Well, she can fuck around while I'm asleep. I don't care.
She might go to coffee with somebody.
She can. Hey, that's not allowed.
Cheating? Is that cheating if she knows you're going to wake up?
Guy, listen, these two motherfuckers. They're trying to shit on me because I said I don't think it's acceptable for my wife to go for coffee with another guy.
Oh, I agreed with you. I don't think it is.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were shitting on me for that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was shitting.
He was shitting on you.
Well, Ben's
talking about.
There's weird things about Ben that go on, so it's fine. He's allowed to be different. So, okay, yeah, I'm going coma for sure. I'd rather be asleep.
Coma.
Yeah,
straight coma.
Why would you wake up?
It would feel like 5 minutes.
It would feel like you blinked. Yeah, okay, that's my point.
What would you rather have? Me to be in a coma for 10 years or me to be in the worst prison for 5?
The worst prison in the world.
Do I know?
Of course you know. You're privy to the situation.
No. You can't.
I know how long.
Yeah, you know it's going to be 10 years.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I would rather you be in a coma.
Okay, then I'll take the coma. Sure.
I would just wait 5 extra years and you wouldn't suffer.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you go to coffee with coffee?
Would you go to coffee with random men in
I'll go with Guy, but I won't go with anybody else.
Okay, good.
Guy, you're such a browner.
Guy, don't fuck my wife.
I was on you. Wait, time out. You idiots were just asking a question. I asked the only female that came up in the fucking thing. Is there any other females around that you want to ask?
You always wait for the female to be around, and you're like, you brown nose it.
Ian brought her into the equation.
Yeah, as soon as you heard her voice, as soon as you heard her voice, you're like, I'll go for coffee with her.
Did I brown nose in any way, shape, or form to get that answer?
Totally brown nose.
Melissa. So no answer? No.
I said no. I think Fouad's jealous that you're so charming.
Well, I am jealous that I'm not charming, but he is a brown noser.
No, he's not.
How do I brown nose?
Because as soon as you heard her voice, you're like, I'll go for coffee with you. You didn't hear Ben say that.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
That's what I heard.
You're putting words in my mouth. Run this bitch back.
I got to rewind the tape.
Rewind it. I didn't say that. You motherfucker.
Did you just call Melissa a bitch? Did you just say run that bitch back?
What did you say about my wife?
Run this fucking
bitch.
Oh,
damn.
No coffee for you.
Melissa, you know I would never say that. Don't even let these people.
You're cut off.
Ben, is Guy a brown noser?
Ben.
Evidence says points to the contrary.
Guy, you're a huge brown noser, but we still love you. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I just expect it from you. That's all.
It's all right. You are.
Okay, can somebody explain what a brown noser is? Because I
suck ass.
You suck ass a little bit, yeah.
Okay, give me context how I suck ass, please.
Like every time there's a woman around you have to appreciate her.
All the women that are around me.
I mean, like when Summer,
all of them.
When you know Summer's listening, or when Melissa's in the background, or like if me and you're talking and Summer's there, you're like, "Hi, Summer, how are you?" And I'm like, nobody else does that.
Oh, you're right. Respectful and considerate is brown.
Yeah, it's charming. You're right. I totally think.
But that's not brown nosing, bro.
Well, I mean, it depends how you look at it.
Yeah, that's tough because I think Guy is just a friendly guy.
His personality.
Yeah, you're right. I guess if it was like
friendly, you're calling that little fucking aggressive bastard
to women,
friendly.
only to women.
Dude, I'm really calm unless I get pissed.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Ian. I think
your calm though is like there.
I'm high strung, but I'm calm.
I think Ian's right. I think it's brown nosing when you're faking it.
I'm not faking.
And I don't think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Guy's faking it.
I don't think Guy's faking it either. You're right. I'm sorry, Guy. You're just charming, but more so to women.
And you know what? Are you coming this weekend? Because I really thought you were.
Which is somewhat ironic though. That Guy is the most charming with women, and he's the only one single here.
You want to see how charming I am with men too?
Why.
Stay.
That's interesting. You said that. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I gotta set up for that
You
one.
want to know how charming I am? And he's going to think I'm brown nosing. And everybody on the podcast knows that I fucking can't stand Fouad and I hate him. Right? But he was like, I'm coming this weekend. So I fucking went to the
you
car.
bought the cookies.
Got the cookies.
I'm going to get
Now he
my
is
card.
coming.
I got to get my
Now he
card
is
so I can eat all your cookies.
And I bought
that
cheeses.
kind of throws the brown noser out.
And I bought cheeses. And I forgot if you didn't like salt and vinegar chips, but I bought them too.
I got to get my card tomorrow.
No, you're dieting for the Olympia. Fuck you, Fred.
I got one cheat a week. What?
You already had it. You've already
No, I
had
haven't. I swear to God, I haven't. I was 250.
You want to know what's sad?
Guy asked me how much I weighed today.
The last podcast that we did that
Ian's
we didn't
frozen.
air, you were 255.
254 now.
Jordy had this weekend next week.
What'd you say?
Who?
What'd you say, Ian? You froze for a second.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why don't you stay here for a day? Fouad will come. We can do a podcast right here.
Why is everyone going out to Jersey? What's going on?
Well,
Natural
gotta
body,
be at the natural
event
body
in
thing.
New York on Saturday.
Oh,
Come out, say what up.
Why is it called Natural Body and then like Ian and Nick are going?
Natural Body's the name of the store. What do you want it to call? Sauceville?
Nick's not going. Is Nick going? No, Nick's not going.
Oh, okay. There's
Okay.
a bunch, I don't know. It's just,
Ian-
Nick's always going up to Jersey. That's why.
Fuck! I just got back from Columbus yesterday. I want to go.
It's like
You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out such a good time, man. You're gonna miss out so much
Ben,
fun.
you should come too.
I'm not going.
The last minute ticket.
No, fuck you guys.
He's like, I'm not going. No
Maybe
chance.
I'll ride my bike. We'll see.
You pick
Okay,
up-
last one. If you were bi or gay, oh come on. If you were bi or gay, which member of the podcast would you want to be with, and why?
I feel like we've answered this one a few times over the years.
Ever?
Yeah.
What's he doing? You better not be dropping your. Oh, he's showing his ass. Okay.
Didn't even realize what he was doing.
I was like, what the fuck's guy?
This is an advertisement for better bodies. What is this?
I would be with,
advertisement just to make sure you guys want to see my backside before you made that decision.
I'd be with Guy because he would take care of me the best.
Yeah.
Sounds like
We didn't explore the question. That's the most valuable question of the podcast so far. How is the
you
most
avoid
charming guy,
that question.
how is the most charming guy with women not married? Why is that, Guy?
I was.
Because he can only be charming for a short period of time, and then the real guy comes out. He's like,
Actually, really not sure. I actually don't.
I actually think
I
he
don't
has
know.
I think he has an easier time being charming to other guys' girlfriends or wives because there's no chance of them dating him. So he's like, he can be nice to them and there's no problem.
How do you know Summer hasn't fucking hit me up on the slot on the fucking DL?
Because I know her too well. That's why. Guy, do you like pineapple on pizza?
No, weird.
Really?
I only eat pizza with pineapple on it.
I eat both. I get a half and half. Usually I get pineapple on one side.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Whatever, sure.
Yeah.
I don't understand the big thing with like pineapple doesn't go on pizza. It's like, well, then don't eat it. Like,
Yeah, do you know that half of my friends ask me like or ponder this question for like the past 5 years?
What? How charming you are with no wife?
No,
Or the
just how
pineapple?
like they don't understand how I'm still single.
I think this is what I honestly think. I think when you're single until you're 40, you become very fucking set in your ways. And it's really hard to get compatible with somebody because you're so used to living a certain way. That was Paul. Paul dumped like a bunch of fucking girls before he ended up finding Tony. And when he met Tony, they were together and then she ended up having a baby. And so that kind of just linked them even closer and they never really broke up. So but Paul was very set in his ways. Like if a girl did anything wrong, he'd be like, I don't like that. Forget it.
I'm not like that though. I'm really. I know
We
we
broke
busted
up with the
all
last
shit.
girl because she takes the last bite. What are you
Bro,
talking
how many
about?
times have I told you it's not true? Ben, can you back me up that I've said this a million times? That's not why I broke up with her.
I think I agree with Guy to an extent for sure, or with Fouad to an extent here that I think you're very particular. Which
But I think that happens just because of your age and being single
because
for
you,
so long.
like you said, because you've been alone for longer, so then you get more used to being alone, and your habits are formed to make you feel a certain way, and you're not accommodating to anybody else, right?
Yeah, I feel like they have to fit into your. They have to fit. they have to fit into your lifestyle.
Like my habits are, because me and Melissa started dating so young, you know, I've had 10 years to kind of accommodate and change together, you know, where Guy is in his Guy ways. He's 40 and this is it, you know?
Yeah. I think when you're in your 20s, you're much more flexible with your time and with the things you like and what you're willing to give and not give. I think when you're 40, you're like, look, I've already been divorced once. This is my life. This is what I like.
You kind of know what you want.
Yeah. And if you can't
take it or leave it.
Yeah, I don't want to get divorced again. So either you fucking do exactly what I like or you're gone.
Yeah, but I'm very flexible when it comes to shit. And I'm not like, I'm set in, like, I have deal breakers and then I have things I'm
get
flexible.
mad at people when they drip water on the floor from washing their hands.
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Do you ever plan on being married again? Because if I got divorced, I wouldn't get married again.
Dude, I it's so hard, bro, because like I really wanted kids, like really, like I always wanted children.
No, wait. Let me rephrase. I'm not saying you're never going to be with somebody forever or have kids. I'm just saying I wouldn't go through the actual act of being married again if I got divorced.
If I was with them and they wanted to, yes. If they wanted to go to the court and get married there, the courthouse, I would do that too. If they wanted to do nothing and just have a ring on their finger, solidifying something in their head that made them happy.
I would get only legally married again. I would never have another wedding.
Yeah.
I think bringing your friends and family to a second wedding is weird.
Hey, I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying if it was, let's say, hold on.
Man's giving like the same speech again. And like, you know,
yeah, and I'm 40. If I met a 30-year-old woman that wanted, and let's say in 2 years, like she wanted to get, like we got married, right? It's at 32. It's her first wedding. If she wanted to get, I'm not going to tell her no.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know what? You know what, Guy, you're right. I don't think I could say.
Nobody's ever going to tell the girl no.
I personally don't want to be married again, but you're right. Yeah. If you fell in love with a girl and she's like,
we're just asking what personal preferences.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
One more.
Let's go.
Top five movies of all time.
No.
It's like
what do you mean no?
That's a terrible question. Pick another one.
Why is it terrible?
Bad Boys.
Because it's impossible to pick 5 movies out of like the fucking billion movies out there. Pick another one.
Name the first 5 that come to your head.
I literally couldn't even if I tried.
For some reason, Remember the Titans came to my head first.
Oh, that cannot be in the top 5.
Yeah, no way.
Of all time.
I didn't say it was in the top 5. It just came to my head first. That's all I said.
Okay.
Why is it not in the top 5? It's a great fucking movie.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
never seen it.
I've seen it.
Shit. I just watched all 3 of them this week.
Wait, aren't they like 15 hours long each?
They're like 3 to 4.
Yeah. How many are there?
3, then 3 Hobbits, and then there's the new show now.
Wait, you watched the show or the movie?
I just watched the 3 movies. I have watched the show up to date, and then that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so
I'm waiting for the show. I'm waiting for the show to all come out, and then we're gonna.
So the show is all together.
What do you mean?
There's a separate show, and
they've done a series now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about this shit.
The series is taking place like 2,500, 3,000 years before the movies.
Okay. Did you guys read the books first and then watch it?
Yeah,
I have read some of the books when I was young. Yeah.
If you could only watch movies from one director for the rest of your life, who would it be? Martin Scorsese.
Who'd you say?
Martin Scorsese.
Dick Wolf.
Is that a real person?
It's the guy that does fucking Chicago Fire.
Is that the guy that does Law and Order?
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. That's a good choice too.
Good too.
Yeah.
Wow, where's your hair?
Let me see yours. Is it growing back?
What? I asked you first. Why do you ask me?
Because I know I'm growing mine. You shaved.
I'm growing mine too. No, I didn't. I shaved it weeks ago, bro. Yeah, bro.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Both take your hats off.
You have a
there you go.
Tonight. Are you gonna wear your hat during your date?
Not that bad. What?
Are you gonna wear?
You say it's not that bad. It is that bad.
Are you gonna wear a hat during your date?
If I had a date, this thing would be fucking super glued on my head.
Can we see yours now, Fouad?
Fouad's is better than Guy's. Fouad's is more acceptable.
Wait, let's all explain something. Fouad shapes his up to here and then is missing hair dead center.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Wait, Fouad, did you shave the sides? Hang on. Did you shave the sides?
I'm allowed.
Mine's worse, Ian.
I think Fouad's is worse.
Our deal.
Oh, now I know that Fouad has shaved the sides, and yeah, Fouad's is worse.
But I'm allowed to. I've never shaved the top. He shaved it like a week ago.
Yours is wispier, you know?
I haven't touched it. Look.
You know what's so fucking brutal? 1 sec. My wife runs her fingers through it and she's like, "Oh, it's so soft." I'm like,
and her middle finger has nothing. Her middle finger's missing everything.
She's like, "Oh, it's so soft." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's fucking so thin." I'm like,
"It's wispy." Yeah.
Dude, but I'm sticking to the bet because I'm a man of my word. You motherfucker shaved your head.
Dude, you've even fucking said that you said it was over.
But you know Nick's not going to adhere to any bets.
You can't say but. Like, I literally thought we were done.
Well, how come me and fucking Jose didn't quit?
Hey, why are you allowed to shave the
trying
sides?
to fucking grow his hair.
Jose's
forehead grows out this way from all the growth. Did you ever notice that?
Who?
Jose's forehead grew out from all the growth.
So James's head does that. James's skull was like wide here.
When I started watching the podcast, I was lying. Where the fuck is the black guy? He's not in the podcast. Now I know that's Fouad and there is no black guy. What? Okay.
People write things so weird, you know?
What did that say?
I have no idea what the fuck that meant.
So pretty.
If everybody prepped food like bodybuilders, how much less food would go to waste? I don't know. Can you explain what you mean when you say someone is a small bodybuilder, not classic? What do you look for to determine classic versus bodybuilding?
Shape.
Well, first is shoulder to waist ratio is probably the first thing.
Shape.
Yeah. But that's not because people are gonna be like, what the fuck is shape?
X-frame.
Yeah. So shoulder to waist ratio.
You can have an X-frame
clavicle width
bodybuilding. Or are you talking about the size of the X-frame?
Well, we're saying like one of the main things you would look at as a classic criteria. If you have a thicker waist, you're not ever going to do well in classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anybody. Is there anybody?
Nick is one of the best bodybuilders in the world, but he's definitely not going to be one of the best classic guys in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Guy, we've been working together for a while and you still won't follow me back. What the fuck, bro?
Who's that?
Mr. Newkirk.
Mike?
I don't know, I guess.
I don't follow Mike. He works for gas. Happy birthday, Mike.
Would you rather have your nails painted for the rest of your life or have Guy as your chauffeur for the rest of your life?
Wait, who's asking the question?
Oh, I will fucking answer that because I've been sat in the car with the fucker. I am never getting in the car with either Fouad or Guy ever again.
I concur. I'm painting my nails.
If I take Tren and my pull-out game sucks, does that mean my wife will get jacked and aggressive with me? I'm sorry, guys. I usually skip all those.
No.
I can't find a good one to end with.
I can't believe nobody's
Trend is not transmitted via semen.
I can't believe nobody's driving in the car with me.
No, fuck no.
Dude, you're a worse driver than I am.
Oh, are you high?
I'm aggressive, but you're a bad driver.
It's they're like here.
I don't know, man.
Stop. Just stop.
That's like
no fucking way you could even remotely talk about being a bad driver.
That's it. We're going to the racetrack again. We're going to the racetrack again.
And watch you hit a fucking banana peel and fucking hey, good. That's good.
Okay, I can't. If you found a piece of hair in your food when you were out to eat, are you going to continue eating or send the plate back?
Send it back.
That's actually
I'm picking the hair out and eating. I'm not pussy.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Ian on it.
It's fucking hair, guys. Come on.
It depends if it's like a fucking doozer. If it's like a little hair, I could like move the.
Well, if it's a doozer, then it's probably off a female's head. So who cares?
What the fuck happened there?
What the fuck?
Say that again, Ben.
Your sound's gone. Your sound's gone, Ben.
Oh yeah, you're doing the computer thing. You got to restart your computer.
You have we can't hear you at all.
It's okay.
We're done anyways.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
There you go. So I said the longer the better.
I agree.
I don't know. I think that's gross though.
You're gone again.
I don't know, Pete.
Why is it okay to eat a fucking girl's hair?
Well, I'm not eating it. I'm picking it out and eating the food.
I know, but Ian, you're like, it's a girl's hair, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, what if it was a guy's hair? It's still gross. It's fucking hair.
I don't think either of them are gross, but if it's a female's, it's less gross to me.
Why?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. I'm going out to eat at a restaurant, bro. I don't want fucking like I'm paying for the food. Like I don't want your hair in it. Like
because I find women less disgusting than men. That's a pretty easy answer for me.
I don't think
I would rather eat a random woman's hair than a random guy's hair any day of the week. What do you?
I think guys shampoo their hair more.
Well, that doesn't really matter to me.
That's true. That is true, right?
Well, their hair is.
Women don't wash their hair every day.
Women don't wash their hair a lot.
Oh, I know that for sure.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna be gross and sweaty and greasy.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's just the fact that it's a female hair is better.
So would you say?
Yes.
I wanna.
I think I'm gonna be with Guy. The more we talk about it, the more grossed out I'm getting. I think I'm almost with Guy on this one. I think if I found a fucking hair in my food, unless I was starving, I'd be like, "Can you just get me another one?"
You're always starving. You're like, "Fuck it, give me that food."
Man, I don't know.
No way.
I won't always send my food back. There's some things I will. Hair in my food, I'm sending back.
All right, Fred, you've ordered a pizza. It turns up there's a hair on it. What are you doing?
Oh, well, that I'm going to eat because I'm not going to wait. If I got to deliver another one, it's going to take 45 minutes. You're pulling
out a wet piece of hair that's looking like a fucking night crawler and it's fucking all wet.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, they're gonna say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll make you another one." They're gonna take that pizza to the back, pull the hair off, and just give you the same pizza back.
No, I'll be like, I'm throwing this piece out right here. Give me another piece in the back.
But like, hair isn't like dirty or dangerous.
You're right. No, but you're right. But
it's just kind of gross, though.
But when you're paying for food, that's not acceptable.
I'm not thinking of a pizza. I'm thinking if I'm like at a fine dining restaurant and I order some like chicken Alfredo and it comes and it's all cream sauce, but there's like this brown hair in there. I'm like,
yeah. Well, fine dining restaurants, you go in that serve chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You can't go to a nice Italian restaurant? You can't go to a nice Italian restaurant and get
Olive Garden.
Alfredo? What's
Olive Garden.
No, wait a minute. You can't go to a nice Italian restaurant and get a fucking an Alfredo sauce?
Fine dining.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like
that's not fine dining.
What is fine dining then? Well, I'm not talking about a fucking $300 dinner.
That's fine dining.
Going to like a nice Italian restaurant and get.
Okay, that's a nice. That's a nice
restaurant. Why are you nitpicking? You get my point. It's fucking Alfredo sauce. That's all I'm saying.
Either way,
I'm just trying to make the contrast.
Who cares about a hair? It's a hair.
Yeah. Andy, you just trying to argue because you're not in this debate. I was sitting back and letting them go.
No, because it's silly. But I mean, like, who cares about a hair? Pick the hair out and eat your food, you know?
But hold on, you're paying for it, though.
So?
What do you mean, so?
You pay for the food that you cook at home, too. You still bought it from the grocery store and paid for it.
So if you paid for your house to get cleaned and they didn't mop your floors, would you be like, I'm mopping my floors?
Well, I didn't pay. It's completely different.
No, it's not.
Completely is.
How?
Because that's not the service I'm paying for.
But it is a service. You're paying for fucking food to be cooked, prepared for you to eat, right?
Yes, and the food was cooked and prepared for me to eat.
Yes, but it's not supposed to have hair in it.
It's also
just
supposed to be clean.
All right, look.
When I remove the hair, the food is perfectly clean.
Wait, what if?
Yeah, it's not your job to remove the hair. The hair shouldn't have been in the food to begin with.
Wait, what if somebody dropped your steak?
It happens.
What if somebody dropped your steak and then put it back on your plate? Would you eat it?
Well, I mean, if I saw it, I might not, but it depends. If I saw it, then they wouldn't serve it to me anyways.
If you saw it, it would have all the scratties on it and fucking dust and all that other
shit. Look, I mean, I'm sure we've all been to restaurants that they probably fucking had some gross shit happen to our food. We ate it and we were perfectly fine, you know?
I am not saying that's not true. What I'm saying is if I'm going to a place to eat and I'm paying for fucking nice, clean food that I want, whatever it is,
sure.
Hair in it is unacceptable.
Okay. I disagree.
Ben?
How can you say that hair in food you're paying for is acceptable? That's not
how much hair are we talking about? An entire head of hair or one long hair?
Hair in any food that you buy is unacceptable anywhere.
I don't think so. You just pull the hair out and eat it. It's fine.
I'm not saying it's not edible, Ian. It is unacceptable in the food industry
Ian's
to have
saying
hair in the fucking food.
Ian's saying it is acceptable. He's saying it is good.
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's not about hair. I don't care.
What I think Ian's saying is
Ian had to start a fight.
Like obviously, I'd
not free all day.
For my food to not let it slide. I would let it slide if it turned up with a hair in it.
Yes. Right? Like, look, obviously, I don't want my food with hair over having it without hair. But if it shows up with hair, I'm not going to make a stink about it and call and be like, make me a new one. This is disgusting. I'm just going to be like, shit, gross, whatever.
I'm on the fence. It depends on my mood. I have to be there and see it, and then decide how hungry I am.
Yeah, if it's a hair and I like a thick Alfredo sauce, it's going back.
Hey, and I'm going to say this too. It also depends what my server looks like.
Oh, so that's
Like,
what goes back to the.
You should have just stopped and just.
I have some sweaty.
Now I'm gonna get you.
No, if I have some sweaty fat fuck serving me food, then I might be a little grossed out just by them via.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
So
now it's the sex of the person and and your assessment of their hygiene is if you would eat, if you would take the hair, but you don't even know if the hair came from the chef or the server.
Doesn't matter.
The server didn't fucking cook your food.
But it's a subliminal thought process that would happen with that.
Yeah, like if I see someone very gross handing me food and then there's hair in the food, it's going to gross me out more than if a very attractive female waitress hands me with the hair in it. I'm like, whatever, you know?
But I would just assume the hair in the food is gross, whoever it is.
Wait.
I don't think hair is gross.
But I would assume if it's in my food, it's disgusting, and I don't care where like I try to assume that it came from somebody disgusting because it's in my food. I don't want to think, oh, it came from the hot blonde with the fucking snail trail in the back. Like, I don't care.
Okay.
Ian, would you eat a girl's ass if she was not really good looking?
With Alfredo sauce on it.
No, I just want to know. Like, let's say she's a 7. Would you eat her ass? You don't know if she showered or not. Or actually, that girl you know has showered for sure, 100%.
Wait, the 7 showered?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of contingencies to this.
So a clean 7?
When was the last time I got laid?
What does that have to do with you eating butthole?
Well, if I haven't been laid in like fucking 5 years, I'm eating whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know, but you eating butthole doesn't.
Okay, would you rather eat a 7 that's clean, like just showered, or a 9 that you don't know if she showered or not? She just showed up at your house.
9 diving in.
Yeah, 9 for sure. Yeah.
Diving in.
She could have just took a dump.
It's fine. If she allows me to do it, she's my type of girl.
Level 9 shit. That's different.
I would eat my wife's ass immediately post workout, not think
that's your fucking wife. It's not a girl you don't know.
I mean,
it's totally different.
It doesn't matter.
If she's hot enough into my mind to be a 9, she's hot enough to get her corn eaten out of her poop too.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Are you guys serious?
Yeah.
Am I the only one on this podcast is not gross?
Are you like making girls shower before you have sex with them?
You're definitely gross.
I'm not meeting dude. I'm not. If a girl just went to the bathroom and then came back to bed and she's like, eat my ass, I'm like, no.
Call me Huggies. I'll wet her butt.
Yeah. What's your butt like?
I'm assuming she wiped it properly.
I don't give a fuck. Sorry. I'm not eating your ass if you just took a shit. Not going to happen.
Listen, if we're fucking, then I assume everything's fair game. So I'm going all angles.
Okay, guy. Starbucks girl comes over. She goes to the bathroom.
You're so bad.
Goes to the bathroom.
Wait, hold on. Does she come up? Does she bring my coffee?
She brings you a coffee. Then she's like, "Guy, I got to take a dump." She goes to the bathroom, takes a shit.
That would never happen. A girl would never say, "I just
ever do that."
I just said that. I just said if you guys knew she just went to the bathroom, would you still eat her ass? And you all said yes.
I think if a girl told me she was going to take a fucking hot dump, that alone would turn me off.
Yeah.
So I did, like, if she did it without telling me.
Okay,
fine.
let's say she went to the bathroom, didn't tell you, but you heard like a fart while she was pooping.
most girls are letting out a little fart.
Instant soft. If I went from here, I'm now here.
I cannot believe you guys.
Why are you guys so scared of bacteria, Fouad?
I don't want to eat nobody's shitty ass. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Who cares?
I would ready for this. I would rather eat an ass after she shit than her tell me she's going to take a shit.
I agree.
No, because at least if she tells me, oh shit, I know not to eat her ass.
If I didn't know the girl and she's like, oh, I gotta take a dump, I'm like,
yeah. Like, why don't you lock the door and just stay in there?
Yeah. If she does that, I'll be like, hey, here's your keys to the Harley. Fuck off. Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
Seriously. Only Harley women are announcing dumps like that.
Yeah. I'm not. It's not about announcing.
I don't have like the one thing girls have never done around me. I've never had a girl poop or fart around me like that.
Okay,
never.
I'm just saying.
I'll say this, Fouad. I'll just say this. If I find a girl attractive enough to sleep with, everything else I don't really care about.
So you don't give a fuck. Like,
I'll eat her hair out of my food. I'll eat her butt when it's dirty. I don't literally care.
I'll do that too.
Oh, I'm so different. I can't do it. I can't eat a dirty butt.
I'm not saying if I open up and it's like dried mud. I'm
No,
fucking going
you
in.
said I will eat her dirty butt. You said that.
Hey, well, wait.
Yeah.
You're changing the rules here.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, she's got to like. So wait,
Right.
a dirty butt meaning she's a normal girl who poops and pees throughout the day and just and wipes her butt as
No,
Every
I'm
girl
saying
poops and
no.
pees
I'm
every day.
saying she's at your house.
Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe comes in.
I'm not eating her dirty ass. Sorry.
You know,
No.
Wait, so wait, what?
Yeah, is the butt visibly
Hold on,
dirty,
but
or do you just know that she
poops
took a
and
shit?
wipes. Dude, my
It's
neighbors,
her
I
butt.
definitely take up.
Your neighbors,
Friends.
your neighbors live a mile away. What are you talking about?
My,
Yeah, clarify this. Clarify this for us.
I'm saying if her butt is clean, like she wiped it,
okay, you're going.
but you know she just took a dump.
Oh,
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yeah,
20
crack
minutes,
on.
and I'll wait 20 minutes to watch an episode of Chicago
I
Fire.
literally do
Wait
not
a
care.
minute. What is it? Wait. No, wait. What's the 20-minute break do? Does it clean it more?
yeah,
20-minute break. I watch an episode of Chicago Fire. Forget about it. Dive in.
Yeah, wait. So Fouad, then the timing matters then. So if a girl's taking a poop any time throughout the day, she has to shower before you'll eat her butt. So if she took a poop at 10 a.m. and now it's 10 p.m., but you know she pooped at 10 a.m.
Okay, what I
showered.
would say is this.
What's the time limit then?
What? Wait, I just want to say if it.
You guys have any input?
If we're talking about my wife, none of these.
No, we're not
rules
talking about
apply.
your wife. We're not
If
talking
we're
about your
talking
wife.
about a random girl I met. I'm probably gonna not eat random ass.
Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't either, but I would be. If
That's
she
what I'm talking about.
Hold on. What happens if it was a random niner?
I'm having a tough time putting my face in her ass.
I think a lot of guys would fucking up the ante if it's a 9.
So you think you meet a girl at the bar? She's wearing like those leather pants. It's all swassy and gross.
Well,
down there.
I wouldn't go home with a girl wearing leather pants, to be honest. But yes, that
Okay,
might
but
be at your 40+ bars. But us.
But you
us
know those
kids are
tight,
not
you know
doing
those tight pants that like don't breathe.
the Harley
Listen,
Davidson.
Ian, some of us are single and have to fucking resort to
Yeah.
those fucking
You know
bars.
what?
right?
Get all the more stank and fucking juices flowing in there. Get them all.
Really?
Fuck yeah, why not?
No, can't do it.
Hey, no, I ran with a little fucking a little moist fucking cushion, bro.
I mean, look, if I've been drinking, I'm probably in your shoes. But if I'm sober, I think I need to.
I'll tell you what I can't do. If it smells, I'm good.
You're good to go.
No.
Oh, you're like you don't want to go near it.
I don't care if I'm in love with you.
What if it smells like poop because she just went to the bathroom?
That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
No, he's saying saying your box smells
dirty. Having somebody that is like gone to the bathroom and hasn't showered the day is one thing than somebody who just smells like fucking completely disgusting.
I agree with Guy.
Okay, but if somebody just went to the washroom, it's probably even if they wiped and stuff, it's probably not going to smell.
No,
good.
Bro, I
think
just
white
take
one's
a
fresh.
shit,
It's good
wipe
to
my
go.
ass, and my ass will
Good
be
to go.
fucking smelling like.
If she wet wipe that, she's good to go right off the bat.
Yeah.
Walk out.
So what? But then that begs the question: what's the time frame? After an hour, does the butt stink go away after you poop, or is it like 2 hours, 4 hours? Like where's it go?
Because it could smell
45 minutes.
because it either doesn't really have a scent, right? Or it fucking it stinks
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah.
Or it smells I don't know how else to say it. Or it smells like a vagina. Like it's like it just has that
Why would her
vagina.
ass smell like a vagina?
But like I'm talking about vaginas now.
the vicinity.
Okay.
The vicinity.
The
So
vicinity.
like you know how like vaginas can smell like a vagina, but it's not necessarily bad, but it's there, but it's not a bad smell, but you're like that smells like a vagina, or like smells like sex.
It's pungent.
Yeah. It's not like a whoa, that's nasty, but it's like a
That's what a vagina
smells
smells
like you're definitely a girl. That's a vagina. I smell it.
Yeah.
I can smell your vagina. But
Is that bad?
bad, but it's you smell it.
So it's not bad. You'll still go in there.
That type of smell that like I'm like, oh, that's definitely that's a vagina. I'll go in that.
Okay.
But if it's like, nah, I'm good.
Ben?
Ben knows exactly what you all know what I mean.
I don't know what you're talking
Sounds
about.
gone again.
Ben, are you still there?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
here. Can you hear me?
You hear what I said?
Yeah, I agree.
You agree? You're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a limit, and I'm like, no,
I mean,
that
look,
smells,
nobody-
that smells
nobody
funky.
Yeah. Nobody likes a stinky booty, you know?
Okay. I got fine. This will be the last one, then we'll wrap it up. if you meet a 9 and you're gonna eat her ass, and she's clean, she wiped and everything, but you can still smell a little bit. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're going in anyway.
Sure.
Nines
What's
get away
wrong
with
with
murder.
you guys?
Nines get away with
What are
murder.
you so afraid of, bro?
I don't want to feel like I'm eating shit. So if I could smell shit, I'm gonna be. I'm like,
Well, then don't eat butt. Period.
Well, I can
Yeah,
still
just
eat
fuck her.
butt.
Oh,
just
if
clean
she was
butt.
that hot,
Just fuck her.
if she
Just
was
fuck
that
her.
hot, I'd pause.
Poop
get
is
a
always
piece-
coming out of there at
I'd
some
go-
point.
I'd go get a piece of
I
gum
know, but it can be clean.
and then go back in.
You guys are
Okay.
fucked. I'm always the odd man out on this fucking podcast.
Towards that,
You're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ugliest one here. You should be taking everything you can get if it's a
I'm
9.
the only one. I got the longest fucking marriage going, motherfuckers. You should be taking advice from me.
Who?
Me.
You should be taking advice from me.
Why? You can't keep a relationship. I've been in one for 16 fucking years.
I think per capita by age, I'm actually winning.
What do you mean? What the fuck does
Like,
that
I've
mean?
been alive longer than you and married more of my lifetime.
You haven't been alive longer than me. I'm 44.
less.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've been alive. You've been alive longer than me,
Yeah.
but I've been in a relationship longer compared to my lifespan.
Who gives a shit?
Like
I
I've
got
been,
mar- I
I've
got
been with
married
Melissa
later.
for
That doesn't mean
1/3
anything.
of my life.
This guy.
Well, I
this
guess you
guy's-
have two then.
This guy manages to skew a competition any way possible so he can
Of
win.
course.
It's like, it's like you've been married longer, but if you take the ratio of this to
Yes.
this,
Yeah.
I think the ratio to hair follicles to
Yeah.
nails. I
All right, you
have a
cocks.
longer stay.
Ian, when are you getting into New York?
Tomorrow at like 1:30.
What time are you getting into
Are you
Cisternino's house?
actually going to go to Guy's house if I drive there?
There's a
I don't
pause.
sure. I don't have any plans to do anything. So I mean, whatever. Yeah.
All right, I got a day to figure this out.
Figure
all
it
right.
out.
I'll contact you both to figure out what I'm going to end up doing. But if I don't,
You bought a camper. Your fucking summer bought you a bike. You got all these new hostel stuffs coming.
You have a
out.
camper now?
no, I bought a trailer.
Whatever.
Like a trailer to pull behind your truck, like to sleep in,
No, not a camper, a trailer, just a cargo trailer
like to put your bike in and your products in and stuff.
to get just for my bike, like my bike
Okay.
and Summer's 3-wheeler.
Oh, okay.
Is it open or sealed?
No, enclosed
Closed.
trailer.
Okay.
So we can go wherever the fuck we
So you
want.
did all that, so it's not a problem buying a flight. You know, if you got to fly in,
I don't want to fly. If I come to your house, I'm driving my bike there.
so you got to come in summer.
I pick it up tomorrow morning.
Wait, how far is that a ride?
9 hours.
Have you ridden for 9 hours before?
I've ridden for 4.
Over double. I mean, look, you'll be fine either way. But
But I've ridden for 4 on my bike, and the fucking new bike is like way more comfortable. So
I mean, on a big cruiser like that, you'll be fine for 9 hours.
Yeah.
For sure.
it's more the rain I'm worried about. So anyway, look, I'll let you guys go.
right.
Yeah, we'll talk next week or tomorrow.
Are you considering coming or what? What's going on here?
I am actually considering coming. I just got to talk to Summer about it and figure this out.
I got to let my people know.
Who?
It's my people.
In case Starbucks stays the night?
You know, maybe if you ate your wife's butt more, she would let you do these kind of things.
You don't need to worry about my wife. She's plenty taken care of. I don't want to eat, I don't want to eat random ass. That's all I said.
You said random.
Like you're a little picky with your butt eating, you know?
I'm picky with random ass. Yes.
I'm picky with eating it, but once you hit a 9, there's
you said
fucking.
you could smell shit and you still eat it. That's insane.
She's a 9. It doesn't count. It's 9.
Okay,
Well,
who's
when
a
you hit a
9?
9, there's like different
who's a
like
9?
bylaws.
Give me an example of who a 9 is.
Well, who do you like? You like Megan Fox, right?
I wouldn't eat Megan Fox's ass. Honestly, if
she's
I
a
had a
wipeout.
9, listen, no, wait. If I had a 9 and her ass stunk, she would be reduced from a 9. I'd be like,
So
you're
wait,
not.
if you're in bed with her and you get down there, it stinks. Are you saying something and kicking her out, or are you just doing it anyways and you're upset about it?
No, I'm just going to use my dick. I'm not going to eat her ass.
Okay. But what if you're already down there about to eat the ass? Do you pull out?
Yes, I'm like, I'm just gonna. I'll pretend. I'll
Achoo.
pretend.
I'm back up. It runs a quick abort. Like,
Okay, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. See you guys.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.